Chapter 1180. Lin Xian followed by Xian Xian in, but the old man didn't follow them. The 9-colored sacred lotus is right in front. Bai Xian Xian said, I can feel a powerful spiritual energy. Lin Xian said, it's a 10,000-year-old spiritual treasure after all, and it has even gained sentience. It's not something ordinary spiritual treasures can compare to. Then, they walked into the huge courtyard, and Lin Xian looked at the golden spiritual treasure in front of him. It wasn't big, and Lin Xian felt that it was very small. It was about half a meter tall, and it was located in the center of a small pond. The surroundings were filled with pink lotus flowers, and it was very beautiful. That 9-colored sacred lotus was like a king standing there. There are dozens of houses around here, and they are all used by experts to cultivate. They basically meditate in their rooms, and some even meditate for a few months. Bai Xian Xian said to Lin Xian. Lin Xian was very clear about this. Although the majority of humans were in the God-child system, they could still rely on the spiritual energy of heaven and earth to cultivate, and they could also raise their cultivation. Of course, they had to enter a state called meditation. Even Lin Xian could do it. As long as he meditated, the experience of the God-child system would increase. This was the result of his cultivation. Perhaps when a martial artist reached a certain realm, their talent might be limited, so the experience gained from killing monsters would be very little. It might not even be as much as the experience gained from meditating for a few months. Lin Xian walked to the side of the pond, and felt the terrifying aura coming from it. The 9-colored sacred lotus hasn't released its aura yet. If it did, it would be able to destroy everything within a few thousand meters. Bai Xian Xian said to Lin Xian, After all, it's a 10,000-year-old spiritual treasure. Lin Xian sighed. Bai Xian Xian stretched out her hand towards the 9-colored sacred lotus. I'm coming, she said. Then, Lin Xian saw a strand of leaf from the 9-colored sacred lotus extend over and land on Bai Xian Xian's hand, as if it was shaking hands with Bai Xian Xian. Lin Xian. To be honest, Lin Xian had guessed that it might be so exaggerated, but after seeing it with his own eyes, he was still shocked. His concept was slightly more traditional. After all, he had transmigrated from Earth. He was just a plant with intelligence. When he shook hands with you, it felt very magical. It was too epic-making. Can I hold it? Lin Xian said with a smile. Sure, stretch out your hand and take a look. Bai Xian Xian smiled as she spoke. Lin Xian then stretched out his hand. Then, the leaf reached out to Lin Xian's hand and touched Lin Xian's. Amazing, Lin Xian praised. It will only get close to me. Of course, there's also my special friend. It's psychic, and can sense my inner thoughts and emotions. It also knows that you're my good friend, so it's willing to get close to you. Of course, other experts can only borrow the heaven and earth spiritual energy in the surroundings to cultivate, and are unable to get close to it, Bai Xian Xian said. Are there any benefits? Lin Xian asked with a grin. Let me ask. Bai Xian Xian then said, Can you give him a sacred leaf? Then, a leaf slowly floated from the center to Lin Xian and landed in Lin Xian's hand. Lin Xian's eyes lit up. Because he had felt the power of a leaf from the sky rainbow lotus, he was looking forward to it. Find a place to refine it. Back then, I also refined this leaf to directly advance to the heavenly venerable realm. After that, whether it was killing monsters or cultivating, it was much faster. This leaf seems to have a powerful effect of increasing cultivation efficiency. In other words, it can increase one's talent. I don't really understand. In any case, there will definitely be benefits, Lin Xian said. Yes. Many thanks. Lin Xian smiled and cupped his fist towards the 9-colored sacred lotus. Then I'll leave first. I'll come and see you later, Bai Xian Xian said to the 9-colored sacred lotus and walked away with Lin Xian. Speaking of which, where are the 9-colored spiritual lotuses? Lin Xian asked with a smile. I've brought them all for you. Bai Xian Xian stretched out her hand and handed Lin Xian a spatial ring. There are more than 11,000 9-colored spiritual lotuses in there. They all grew in the place where the 9-colored sacred lotuses grew. Once we moved them here, we could harvest them all. Lin Xian's eyes lit up. F*CK. More than 10,000 9-colored spiritual lotuses. I'm rich, I'm rich. Now, I can mass-produce attribute increasing potions. This thing could be sold for a lot of money. The price per unit was simply unimaginable. Thanks. Bai Xian shook her head. It's nothing. She had already treated herself as Lin Xian's woman. Her man was powerful and had a powerful force. That was what she wanted to do. This was indeed nothing. All right. Lin Xian stretched out his hand and handed Bai Xian an attribute increasing potion. This is attribute increasing potion. It can randomly increase your attribute purity by 10% to 30%. Lin Xian smiled. Bai Xian, is this exaggerated? She revealed a shocked expression. Of course, she knew about the attribute increasing potion. It was a project that the Yexian group was preparing to launch, and it was also something that the entire continent was paying attention to. All the powerhouses in the continent were paying attention to this matter. One had to know that when a cultivator reached the domain realm or even higher, even a 1% increase in attribute purity would be very exaggerated. This effect would become stronger the higher one's realm was. Bai Xian also knew about it. However, she didn't know that the attribute increasing potion could increase attribute purity by so much. 10% to 30%. This? Even the world's top-notch heaven and earth spirit items couldn't increase attribute purity, right? Not to mention her time attribute. There didn't seem to be any heaven and earth spirit items in this world that could increase the purity of time attribute, right? Space attribute could still be increased, but time, what could be used to increase it? Thinking about it, there shouldn't be any heaven and earth spirit items that were related to time, right? It wasn't related to time at all, however. The time attribute could be gradually increased through one's own comprehension. It was just that it was too difficult. Can it really be done? Lin Xian nodded. It depends on your luck. Then let me try. Bai Xian definitely trusted Lin Xian. She casually took the potion and directly used it on herself. Ding, your time attribute purity has increased by 27%. Bai Xian. Dumbfounded, extremely dumbfounded. How much? Lin Xian asked. 27. Your luck is still not bad. Bai Xian still felt that it was a little inconceivable. Then, she released the power of time. A 27% increase. This kind of increase was simply too obvious for a heavenly venerable like her. Even if it was an increase of 1%, she could still feel it. This is too exaggerated. Bai Xian looked at Lin Xian in shock. At the same time, she was excited and pleasantly surprised. Chapter 1181. This kind of thing was beyond her understanding, so it was normal for her to be shocked. Heaven and earth spiritual items. How much could a top-grade heaven and earth spiritual item increase a martial artist's attribute purity? However, Lin Xian just took out a medicine, and her time attribute actually increased by 27%. This was simply unimaginable. Don't tell anyone. Lin Xian smiled. I know. Bai Xian nodded. Then I'll refine this. Lin Xian said. Okay, I'll protect you. Then, Lin Xian sat there and directly swallowed the leaf. Then, the heaven and earth spirit energy around him surged. About half an hour later, Lin Xian's aura surged, and then he opened his eyes. You increased by 2 stars? Bai Xian asked. Lin Xian nodded. It's not bad. I'm a 4-star domain realm cultivator, and I've increased it to 6-star. Moreover, I'm close to 7-star. This is just a small leaf. If you want to cultivate, you can come here. Bai Xian said. I'll come here often, but not to cultivate, but to see you. Lin Xian stood up and grinned. Bai Xian rolled her eyes. Actually, she was quite happy. Maybe this was what women were like. Are you free? I'll go out and play with you. I haven't been with you for a long time. Bai Xian shook her head. Forget it. You even have a child. I don't want to cause trouble for you. Just be at ease and be a little lover. You can go and do your things. I'll continue to deal with some matters of the Azura Palace. Lin Xian sighed in his heart. How should he put it? There was only guilt. He felt that he was really a bastard. On the other side, she already had a child, but he was still here accompanying Bai Xian. Then Bai Xian was so understanding of Lin Xian. Then, give me a kiss. Lin Xian grinned and moved closer. Bai Xian turned and walked away. I'm going to talk to the 9-colored sacred lotus. You can go. Lin Xian shrugged. Then I'll go back. I'll come back to accompany you later. After that, Lin Xian went to Linglong Shue's place. Yo-ho, this girl. She was so active last night because she didn't want me to have my way. She slept for most of the day, didn't she? Lin Xian stood at the door and looked at little Shishir who was sleeping soundly on the bed. He couldn't help but laugh as he spoke. Dragony flew up to Lin Xian's shoulder and sat down, swinging her legs happily. Dragony, why do I feel like you've grown up? Lin Xian turned his head to look at Dragony, then pulled her into his arms to examine her. Hee. Big sister also said that Dragony has grown up. Dragony said happily. You've really grown up. Lin Xian looked at Linglong Shui. Linglong Shui shook her head. I don't know why she's grown up, but it's normal for her to grow up. It's just that Dragony suddenly grew about 5 centimeters in one night. I didn't have time to prepare clothes for her and her little belly is showing. That's easy. Lin Xian released the law of creation and several beautiful clothes appeared in Lin Xian's hands. Wow. Dragony hugged the new clothes happily. The law of creation is too powerful. Bing Lingyue couldn't help but exclaim. Lin Xian also felt that the law of creation was too useful. Although it was on the same level as the law of destruction, the law of destruction could only be used to destroy. Destruction was rarely used, but creation could be used in many ways. But one thing is for sure, Dragony's body is growing along with her realm. Yesterday, she should have reached the 10-star heavenly sovereign realm. Linglong Shui said. Lin Xian. Damn. She's a 10-star heavenly sovereign? Lin Xian looked at the little thing in shock. Seriously, it's normal if you think she's weak. She's too cute, harmless to man and beast. Then she's a 10-star heavenly sovereign. Dragony is very strong. Although this was the first time he saw her and felt her strength, Lin Xian always knew she was strong. It's just that Dragony was always with Linglong Shui and the others, so she didn't have a chance to fight. But Lin Xian believed that once she entered battle mode, no one would expect her to be so strong. Hee. Dragony giggled happily. Wait until I'm as big as the big sisters, then Big Brother will be able to bump into me. Dragony said happily. Lin Xian. Don't say that, Dragony. Linglong Shui quickly hugged her and moved away from Lin Xian. This person is the worst. Oh. Big Brother is very good. But you can't let him take advantage of you because you're a girl. Linglong Yu explained. Oh. Dragony tilted her head. Lin Xian coughed and said, Actually, I'm not that bad. Bah. Linglong Yu rolled her eyes. Hee, I'll cook for you guys. Just wait patiently. Lin Xian put on his apron and walked into the kitchen. I'll help you. Bing Lingyue came over. No need, I'll do it myself. I'll make a good meal for you guys. Lin Xian said with a smile. Bing Lingyue said, I think instead of you doing this, why don't you learn from him and make some milk powder for little Shishir? Lin Xian scratched his head. Milk powder is easy. I used to think so too. Bing Lingyue said. Ah. Lin Xian scratched his head. But Shishir is very picky. She won't drink it if the concentration isn't right. The heat has to be maintained at a level she likes. Lin Xian coughed. But she's not awake. Just as Lin Xian said this, Shishir's voice came from the room. They all looked over. She's eyes were open and her hands were waving around. She's awake. Lin Xian nodded. Okay, I'll make milk powder for her. Lin Xian then made milk powder for Shi under Bing Lingyue's instructions. Of course, Lin Xian didn't believe it. He thought it was very simple. What was so difficult about it? Lin Xian then excitedly walked into the room with the milk bottle. Little Shi, come drink milk. Lin Xian smiled and handed over the milk bottle. Little Shi subconsciously opened her mouth and took a deep breath before spitting out the pacifier. Lin Xian, it's too strong. Ling Longshui said to Lin Xian. Lin Xian took a sip. It's quite sweet. Isn't it good? But Shi doesn't like it. Lin Xian scratched his head. Then I'll make it again. This time, under Bing Lingyue's guidance, Lin Xian adjusted the temperature and the ratio of water to milk powder. Then, he passed the milk bottle to Shi. Shi happily held the milk bottle and drank it. Damn. This girl is like me. Lin Xian smiled. Why? Ling Longshui asked. She's smart and picky. Look, I'm picky. You have to be beautiful for me to like, right? This is picky. Lin Xian grinned. The girls. So my little princess will be very picky when she finds a partner in the future. She will definitely find someone as outstanding as me. Lin Xian touched her little face and smiled. Chapter 1182. The more Lin Xian looked at her, the more he fell in love with her. After all, she was his flesh and blood. Perhaps Lin Xian still didn't know how to be a good father, but he felt that he should be able to treat little Shi well. To be honest, Lin Xian still felt that everything was unreal. Every time he saw little Shi, Lin Xian felt as if a lifetime had passed. It was unbelievable. What the heck? How did I become a father? Lin Xian held little Shi's hand and played with it. Little Shi didn't mind and played with Lin Xian. Oh, right, I heard that the humans are preparing to attack the demons. Xiao Linglong, will you help them when the time comes? Lin Xian asked. Actually, Lin Xian wanted to know if Ling Longshui would still leave. Ling Longshui hesitated. When Lin Xian saw Ling Longshui's hesitation, he frowned. Was she hesitating about whether she would leave or whether she would help the humans? Ling Longshui was obviously hesitating about whether she would leave or not. No, to be precise, even if little Shi was born, even if she couldn't bear to part with her, she had already made up her mind. It had been many, many years, hundreds, or even thousands of years. It was easy for a baby to shatter her stubbornness. However, every time she thought about how this was the secret of the entire clan and the reason why her parents had left, she became more determined. Leave. She still had to leave. As for when, she didn't know. I don't think so, Ling Longshui said. After all, I'm a demon. However, if the demons encroach on what I protect, I will definitely take action, Ling Longshui said. He, then let's kiss. Ling Longshui. Why did he suddenly want to kiss her? Then, Lin Xian leaned over and kissed Ling Longshui's pink cheeks. This time, little Shi was unhappy and used her small hands to push Lin Xian away. Her meaning was clear. Don't touch her. Lin Xian couldn't help but laugh. I say, little girl, are you still my daughter? At this moment, a light flashed in front of him and Yi Renbing appeared in the room. Lin Xian went to visit Yi Renbing a few days after he came back. To be honest, he felt quite guilty. Yi Renbing's belly was already bulging. After all, she had been pregnant for more than half a year. I'm hungry. Is there anything nice to eat? Yi Renbing glanced at Lin Xian and asked. It was obvious that Yi Renbing lacked good food. She was only here to see Lin Xian. She was just being stubborn. Which one of them was not smart? Who didn't see it? But they didn't say it out loud. If Lin Xian said it out loud, he would be killed by Yi Renbing. Yi Renbing's baby was a boy and Ling Longshui's was a girl. Lin Xian felt that it was quite good to have a boy and a girl, but, how did he become the father of two babies in a moment of carelessness? Yes, I'll go get it. Then, Ling Long Shui ran to the kitchen with Dragoni. How is it? Lin Xian touched Yi Renbing's belly. What does it have to do with you? Yi Renbing rolled her eyes. Lin Xian. Wow. Of course it has something to do with me, my DNA. Come on, what's the situation at the place you went to? The last time she met with Lin Xian, they mostly chatted about their daily lives. They haven't talked about this matter yet, so Yi Renbing would definitely want to know more about it. Lin Xian gave her a brief explanation. So you're saying that there really is a god, and you can become one? Yi Renbing looked at Lin Xian. Lin Xian, probably, but I only have a divine body, which is equivalent to having the key. The possibility of reaching that legendary realm is still not high. That's true. It's not like you can open that door with the key. That door weighs 1 billion pounds, you'll have to push it open bit by bit, or you won't be able to open it at all. That was indeed what she meant. Lin Xian only had the qualifications, but whether or not he could become that existence was another concept. He had to cultivate slowly. Perhaps he would never reach that place, but it was worth it to use half a year to obtain such a powerful divine body. Then they chatted together. Little Shi was very obedient, sitting between them and watching TV. She didn't make a fuss. About 2 hours later, Lin Xian received a message from Ling Ying, saying that the Martial Arts Academy was about to start a martial arts competition. Every member had to participate. Since he was here, Ling Ying asked if he wanted to participate. This was a substantive ranking and evaluation of each martial artist in the Martial Arts Academy. The stronger you were, the more attention you would receive from the 3 major forces, and the more power you would have in the future. Lin Xian was very tempted, because he heard that the human race was planning to fight back against the demon race. When he first came to this world, he didn't have much of a sense of responsibility, but it was different now. He realized that if he didn't work hard, the human race could really be nibbled away by the demon race. In fact, what made Lin Xian even more determined was that when the demon race released the virus, Lin Xian was really angry. The demon race should exist, and they should exist in this world, just like the human race. However, the demon god temple was the mortal enemy of the human race. Without the demon god temple, there would be no war between the human race and the demon race. At most, some demon beasts would attack the human race. Therefore, the human race's counterattack was against the demon god temple and the myriad demon alliance, not the entire demon race. Lin Xian wanted to have the ability to do something, and, every time he thought of the scene where Wang Xintong lost her only brother, Lin Xian was even more determined. He wanted to do something. Although Lin Xian could be considered to have instigated the defection of a demon god, which was already very, very heaven-defying, Lin Xian wanted to do even more. Perhaps with the passage of time, a person's thoughts could really change. Well, I'm going to the Martial Arts Academy. Lin Xian said to them. Okay, go ahead. Ling Long Shui nodded. I'll come over when I have time. They're preparing for the martial arts competition. I haven't been there for half a year, so I should go. Lin Xian then kissed Xiao Shishi's little face and walked away. Don't go to the void gate. After Lin Xian left, Yi Renbing looked at Ling Long Shui and said. Ling Long Shui didn't say anything. As Ling Long Shui's close friend, how could Yi Renbing not understand Ling Long Shui? Maybe you needed to go in the past, but it's different now. Lin Xian has obtained the divine body. You only need to wait for that place. Wait until Lin Xian is strong enough and even reaches the legendary realm, then he'll explore it for you. If you go, you'll just be throwing your life away. Yi Renbing said. If becoming a god was so easy, then he wouldn't be a god. Ling Long Shui said softly. Then she said, I'll think about it. This is a matter of the Void Fox clan. I don't want to trouble others. Actually, she was just afraid that Lin Xian would go in her place, and something would happen to Lin Xian. So she couldn't let Lin Xian go. Meanwhile, Lin Xian had already arrived at the Martial Arts Academy. Chapter 1183. It had been half a year since he last came here. Looking at this familiar place, he really missed it. Lin Xian's badge was still there, but his peak no longer belonged to him. That was not important. He could stay at the other girl's place. To be honest, Lin Xian did not really want to come here. He also wanted to accompany Ling Long Shui and the others, but there were some things that needed to be done. In the martial arts academy, he could indeed learn a lot. Lin Xian. Zhuge Feng walked over. When he saw Lin Xian, he showed a surprised expression. Then, he walked over with a smile and patted Lin Xian's shoulder. What have you been doing for the past half a year? You haven't come here for half a year. And Morongyu, what mission did you two go on? The Martial Arts Academy said that Lin Xian and Morongyu went on a secret mission together, but no one knew what the mission was. To be precise, in the entire Martial Arts Academy, only the president knew. The other instructors and vice presidents did not know what Lin Xian and Morongyu were doing. This was definitely a secret. Although Lin Xian told the people around him, they were the people he trusted the most. Lin Xian also believed that they would not tell anyone. Of course, Lin Xian only told Ling Long Shui and the others. For example, Lin Ye did not tell anyone. It's a secret, Lin Xian said with a smile. Ha ha ha, what realm are you in? Zhuge Feng asked with a smile. 6-star domain realm. Alu? Only 6-star domain realm? Zhuge Feng was stunned. In the past half a year, he and Morongyu went on a mission. In everyone's eyes, as long as they survived, they should have improved the most. Why were they only at 6-star domain realm? And they were basically already preparing to break through to the Empyrean realm. Zhuge Feng, Wu Yuhan, and the others had been stuck at the Heavenly Venerate realm for a few months. Only Duan Lingxiao of the entire Martial God Academy had advanced. This was within reason. He had been the closest to the Heavenly Venerate realm half a year ago. Coupled with all sorts of heaven and earth spiritual objects, cultivation, and killing monsters, it was normal for him to advance. However, he had only barely advanced 2 days ago. But in this half a year, because they were stuck in the Heavenly Venerable realm, those who were originally 3 or 4 stars of the Grand Domain realm were now 9 or 10 stars of the Grand Domain realm. As for those who were originally 6 or 7 stars of the Grand Domain realm, they were now 10 stars of the Grand Domain realm. It seemed like their starting point was the same again, but those who were originally lower in the Heavenly Venerable realm would still be stuck in the Heavenly Venerable realm for a very long time. Leveling up here would definitely be much faster than leveling up in your own family. This was because you needed to level up at all times. You would often have to go out on quests and kill monsters, so leveling up here would be much faster. Lin Xian nodded. Yes, I didn't improve very quickly, but I did improve in other areas. Yes, that's true. Your strength is unquestionable. Tomorrow is the martial arts competition, and I look forward to sparring with you. Zhuge Feng said. You, a mere 10 stars of the Grand Domain realm, have the nerve to say such words to me? Ha ha ha, after all, you're not simple. You're not simple either. The two of them chatted as they walked around the Martial Arts Academy. Lin Xian? Su Zhiming frowned when he saw Lin Xian. The Martial Arts Academy said that Lin Xian and Morongyu were out on a quest, but they didn't say when. However, they hadn't returned for half a year. In fact, Su Zhiming sincerely hoped that Lin Xian was dead. Even if Morongyu died with him, he would still feel that it was a good thing. At most, he wouldn't chase after Morongyu. However, he really wanted Lin Xian to die. But when he suddenly saw Lin Xian, he couldn't help but feel terrible. Young Master Su, long time no see. Lin Xian laughed. These cultivators who were ranked in the top 20 or 30 were basically all 9 or 10 stars of the domain realm. Ling Ying, Han Chuxue, and Xiao Xinyue were all 10 stars. As for Su Zhiming, he might be a little weaker, or perhaps he had spent a lot of time and effort on flirting with girls. However, he was only at the 9 stars realm. Thus, the establishment of the Martial God Academy was truly necessary. If they weren't in the Martial Arts Academy, it wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that Ling Ying and Han Chuxue were at most 7 stars of the Grand Domain realm. Long time no see. It's good that you're back, Su Zhiming said. Ha ha ha. Lin Xian laughed and didn't say anything. Back. Did he really want him back? Tomorrow is the Martial Arts Academy competition. I look forward to sparring with you again, young Master Lin. Su Zhiming said. Yes, I'm looking forward to it too. After that, the news of Lin Xian's return swept through the Martial Arts Academy. Lin Xian was already relatively well known in the Martial Arts Academy because he had connections with all the campus belles. Then, Lin Xian actually went on a mission with Murong Yu for half a year. This was even more unbelievable. No matter how special the mission was, logically speaking, it should be Duan Lingxiao and Murong Yu. Why was it Lin Xian? An hour after Lin Xian returned, Murong Yu also arrived at the Martial Arts Academy. She had stayed at home for several days. In addition, the competition at the Martial Arts Academy was about to begin, so it was normal for her to be here today. After reporting to the dean, Lin Xian left without saying anything. Lin Xian, Lin Xian, Lin Xian. As soon as he left the dean's office, Lin Xian received a message from Lan Xingxing. This girl was also a mission target. Needless to say, after not seeing her for so long, he missed her quite a bit. I miss you so much. Lan Xingxing sent a message to Lin Xian. Lin Xian, you're thinking about my cooking, right? Lin Xian said helplessly. He. Are you home? I happen to be free today. I'll make you a big meal. Wah. Lan Xingxing directly jumped out of bed. Woo. She had been thinking about it for half a year. Yes. I'll be right there. Lin Xian smiled and took out his phone. He hesitated for a moment. After not seeing them for half a year, he missed Xue Bingxin and Xue Binglan. They didn't spend much time with Ling Ying and the others, but they could be considered friends. Because Ling Ying and the others knew that Lin Xian and Xue Bingxin seemed to have a good relationship, they would deliberately get to know the two sisters. Therefore, Lin Xian also sent a message to them. Since they were back, let's meet up. Following that, Lin Xian arrived at the female dormitory. With a spatial attribute, he arrived at Ling Ying's dormitory. They had their own peaks, but they were used to the three of them living in a room. Only then did it feel like home. Damn. This is the first thing I see when I arrive? Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose and smiled as he looked at the three girls playing around on the sofa. Their hair and clothes were messy. Strange, it was normal for Ling Ying to be mischievous. Han Chuxue and Xiao Xinyue were also led astray by her. The three girls stopped at the same time and hurriedly tidied up their clothes and hair. Han Chuxue's face was a little red because she had never shown this side of her in front of Lin Xian. Usually, she was quiet and cold. Hey, can you knock on the door? It's very rude to come in like this. What if one of us didn't wear clothes at home or just took a shower? Although she was very happy that Lin Xian was here, wasn't Ling Ying like this? Then I've profited. Lin Xian smiled and moved closer. The three girls' fragrance was so fragrant. Chapter 1184. They had seen Lin Xian before, so they weren't that excited. They probably already knew what they needed to know. Did you come back specifically for the competition? Han Chuxue asked. Lin Xian nodded and sat beside them. Xiao Xinyue quickly moved to the side. I want to see how much I've improved during this period. You've all improved a lot, and it will be reflected in the competition. If Murong Yu was here, she would definitely roll her eyes when she heard Lin Xian's words. How much have you improved during this period? Don't you know what you've been doing all day long? However, to be fair, Lin Xian and Murong Yu had improved a lot during this period of time. It was just that their realms hadn't increased. Although the two of them had that thing going on, they had also been exchanging pointers for half a year. Moreover, their injuries had recovered extremely quickly. Their exchanging pointers had even reached the point where it was no longer exchanging pointers, but a battle of life and death. Murong Yu had frequently pierced Lin Xian's body with her sword. To this extent, in the past half a year, their improvement in actual combat was absolutely incomparable to anyone else. This was because they could quickly recover from extremely serious injuries in a short period of time. They only needed to endure the pain for a while before they recovered. Now, we're both 10-star domain realm, but it will take at least a few months to break through to the Heavenly Venerable Realm. After reaching the Heavenly Venerable Realm, I'm afraid it will take a few months or even longer to advance by 1 star. Ling Ying said. Nonsense, after all, you're in the Heavenly Venerable Realm. But to be honest, you're already very powerful. Look at the others. Many Heavenly Venerables look like old men. What about you guys? You're already in the Heavenly Venerable Realm at the age of 22 or 23. To be honest, it's no wonder that the current era is considered a relatively prosperous era for humans. So why do humans want to take advantage of this relatively prosperous era to launch a counterattack against the monster race? Lin Xian said. Xiao Xinyue nodded. It's indeed a relatively prosperous era. In the past, how could there be so many young people who reached the domain realm in their 20s? Moreover, its attributes are especially strong. Lin Xian had never forgotten about the matter with Ling Ying. Her father, Ling Longshui, had said that Ling Ying had the soul of an Azura and would erupt at the age of 25. Lin Xian had also asked Ling Longshui about this matter, but Ling Longshui did not give him a definite answer. She only gave Lin Xian a crystal, which he gave to Ling Ying as a gift. Lin Xian wore it all day long, so of course she liked it. Ling Longshui said that this crystal could purify the soul. Shura's ability was to erode a person's consciousness and turn them into a different person. The only thing she could do was to let this god-ranked crystal slowly influence Ling Ying so that she wouldn't be affected as much as possible. However, she didn't know the specifics. Therefore, Lin Xian might have to find someone who was more knowledgeable in this area. Although there were still a few years left, but, on the other side, Lan Xingxing ran out of the room. Sister Wu, Lin Xian is back. He's coming to make delicious food for us. Lan Xingxing ran into Wu Yuhan's room and said happily. Oh, he didn't die? Wu Yuhan's lips curled up slightly as she stood up. Clearly, this was Wu Yuhan's other personality. N. At this moment, the door opened and Murong Yu walked in. Sister Murong, you're back too. Lan Xingxing ran over happily. You're back. You seem to have grown taller. Murong Yu compared Lan Xingxing's height to her. Hee, it's been half a year and I've grown 5 centimeters taller. Lan Xingxing was still young and was still growing. However, it was about time. How's your improvement? Wu Yuhan walked out and leaned against the wall as she asked. It's all right, although my realm didn't increase much. Murong Yu said. All right, that means your improvement isn't small. Murong Yu nodded slightly. Oh, by the way, Sister Murong, Lin Xian is coming to make delicious food for us. Lan Xingxing said excitedly. Upon hearing the name Lin Xian, Murong Yu didn't know what to do. Now, they weren't boyfriend and girlfriend. Lin Xian had confessed to her several times in the past half a year, but she didn't agree. How should she put it? Perhaps she couldn't accept it. She didn't know either. She really didn't know why she rejected Lin Xian. Instead, after leaving, she kept thinking about it. She held her phone and wanted to send a message to Lin Xian's friends. Then, she would silently put her phone away. After all, they had slept together for half a year. How could their relationship be simple? However, Murong Yu really didn't understand why she rejected Lin Xian. What was the reason? Every time she thought about it, she was confused. Perhaps she felt that they were just using each other. If there were no feelings, then why should they be together? She felt that there were no feelings, but was there really no feelings? Putting aside the fact that she already admired and had a good impression of Lin Xian, even if it was just a simple half a year of interaction between a man and a woman, she would naturally have a good impression of him, let alone having sex for half a year. All kinds of positions were unlocked. How could she not like him? If she didn't like him, then why did she unlock all kinds of positions? Lin Xian's first few confessions failed. After that, he didn't confess. It wasn't that he didn't want to confess, but Lin Xian felt that he might need a special time. After a few months, Lin Xian tried to confess again, but he still failed. Then, he thought that it was better not to be in a hurry to confess for the time being. Okay. Morong Yu nodded. To be honest, she was used to being alone with Lin Xian. Now that she was with her friends, she was a little afraid to see Lin Xian. She didn't know why. Dong dong dong. At this moment, someone knocked on the door. I'm coming, I'm coming. Lon Xingxing ran over happily. Morong Yu coughed and sat on the sofa to pour herself a glass of water. She tried to drink water to hide something. Lin Xian. Seeing Lin Xian, Lon Xingxing's big eyes lit up. Sister Ling Ying, Sister Chuxue, Sister Xinyue. Lon Xingxing then called out obediently. You've grown taller. Lin Xian looked at the beautiful Lon Xingxing and said with a smile. Hee hee. Then, the few of them walked in. Oh, by the way, Xue Bingxin and Xue Binglan will also come to eat later. Where are the ingredients? I'll make them now, Lin Xian said. I've already prepared them. Lin Xian nodded and then looked at Morong Yu, who was drinking water on the sofa. Morong Yu stood up and nodded slightly at them. Lin Xian held back his laughter. I'll help. Morong Yu didn't know what to say, so she just said. Okay. I'll come too, Han Chuxue said. Then, the three of them walked into the kitchen. Then let's play games. I'll bring my laptop. Okay. Lon Xingxing nodded happily. Chapter 1185. Lin Xian, Morong Yu, and Han Chuxue were busy in the kitchen. 2 stoves. You make one and I'll make the other. Morong Yu said to Lin Xian. I'll do it. It's easy for one person to make 2 dishes, Chuxue. Han Chuxue, who was washing vegetables, glanced at Lin Xian. Go play games with them. I'll cook here. Morong Yu can help me. Han Chuxue nodded. Okay, I'll go play games with them. Okay, go ahead. It wasn't that Han Chuxue didn't want to cook. In fact, she liked to stay in the same space as Lin Xian. However, she felt that 2 people were enough in the kitchen. Lin Xian told her to rest and play games, so she went to play. The best thing about Han Chuxue was that she listened to Lin Xian. Girls like Han Chuxue, including Bing Lingyue, looked cold and treated others coldly. However, when it came to the people they cared about, they were very obedient. Especially when it came to their loved ones. Tolerance and obedience were the norm for them in front of their loved ones. Hee hee. Little Yu. Lin Xian leaned over and pinched Morong Yu's butt. Morong Yu. Okay, it was Lin Xian who purposely sent Han Chuxue away. Okay, he admitted that he was a scumbag. Morong Yu cut the vegetables. Her beautiful face was dyed with a layer of red. Then, she quickly moved Lin Xian's hand away. Hee hee. Lin Xian sneered. Morong Yu felt uncomfortable. What could she do? She had sex with this Lin Xian for half a year. Half a year. Every day. What could she do? Lin Xian took advantage of her. Could she slap him? If it was in the past, she definitely could. She wouldn't just slap him. However, after half a year, she had done everything she could. What? Are you shy? Lin Xian asked with a smile. Morong Yu said indifferently. Of course, it was only on the surface. We're not in the divine realm anymore. So we're not in that relationship anymore. Lin Xian rubbed his chin as the corners of his lips curled up slightly. Morong Yu said that, but Lin Xian didn't panic. If she really wanted to reject him, her tone wouldn't. What relationship? Lin Xian smiled and asked. Morong Yu. Bastard. Nothing. Morong Yu said. Lin Xian, Sister Morong, what are you guys talking about? Lon and Yuezes, both of them shuddered at the thought. How should they put it? Although the 2 of them were currently in a relationship, neither Lin Xian nor Morong Yu wanted others to find out about it. Needless to say, Lin Xian didn't want anyone to know about it. If a scumbag like him were to find out about it, How would he survive? Morong Yu. She had been with Lin Xian for half a year. She didn't even know how to establish her relationship with Lin Xian. How could she want others to know? It wasn't that she couldn't live with her pride. She wasn't the kind of person who would care about such things. She wouldn't care about what others said. She just said that she still didn't know whether she should treat Lin Xian or how she should treat their relationship. No. Nothing. Why aren't you playing games? Lin Xian smiled at Lan Xingxing. I'm logging in. Hee, I just came to take a look. Lin Xian, Sister Morong, what relationship were you talking about? Lan Xingxing asked in confusion. To be honest, if it wasn't Lan Xingxing, but any other girl, they would definitely suspect something. That relationship. Anyone would think that it was a relationship between a man and a woman, but Lan Xingxing didn't think that way. Oh, it's nothing. It's just that I'm good friends with her. But this woman always thinks that I'm lowering her status by being her good friend, so she doesn't want to admit that we're good friends in front of others. Lin Xian said with a smile. That's not true. Xingxing feels that being good friends with Lin Xian is very, very blissful. Lan Xingxing smiled foolishly. Xingxing, you go play games. Lin Xian and I will cook. Okay, then I'll go play games. Morong Yu let out a long sigh. Hee, little you. Cook. Morong Yu said in annoyance. Lin Xian looked at her beautiful side profile. Teske. Thinking about those days made his imagination run wild. Soon, the two of them finished cooking 7 dishes and 1 soup. Hey, Xingxing, why did you quit the game? Ling Ying shouted. Dinner's ready. I'm not playing anymore. Lan Xingxing then ran to the table. Ling Ying, I'm not playing games with this girl anymore. She's cheating my teammates. Ling Ying said. Then Han Chuxue glanced at Ling Ying. We're at a disadvantage. One of us ran away. Okay, let's leave too. Then, Ling Ying stood up. Han Chuxue, Xiao Xinyue also quit the game. When the 4 of them left, the last teammate was dumbfounded. Knock, knock, knock. At this moment, someone knocked on the door. Then, Wu Yuhan stood up and opened the door. Xue Bingxin and Xue Binglan stood at the door. Hello. Xue Bingxin nodded at Wu Yuhan. They knew each other. After all, they did a mission together. It was just that they didn't contact each other much after that. They weren't really friends. They were just former comrades and current classmates. Wu Yuhan smiled slightly. This Lin Xian was interesting. He wasn't that handsome, but he had all kinds of beautiful girls around him. They would come whenever he called. It was obvious that their relationship wasn't simple. Moreover, Ling Ying and the rest seemed to have an unbelievably good relationship with him. Their actions were very casual. Come in. The food is just ready. Okay. Then, the 2 girls walked in. It smells so good. Xue Binglan's eyes lit up. Oh, you're here. Lin Xian looked at the 2 girls. Xue Binglan looked at Lin Xian. Her face was slightly red. Xue Bingxin nodded at Lin Xian calmly. Then, the group of them gathered around the table. Lan Xingxing swallowed a mouthful of saliva. He had secretly taken a few bites. It was so delicious. He had missed this taste for half a year. When he took the first bite, he almost cried. Wu Yuhan poured wine for everyone. I haven't seen you for half a year. To be honest, I missed you a lot. Wu Yuhan raised her cup and smiled. Missed me? Lin Xian asked with a smile. Wu Yuhan chuckled. Yeah, I missed you too. I missed you so much. Cough cough. Ling Ying rolled his eyes at Lin Xian. This Lin Xian was becoming more and more of a jerk. Now, he was flirting with other big sisters right in front of her. So annoying. Lan Xingxing felt terrible. Sob sob sob. Sisters, can't you guys chat quickly? She was dying of hunger. Morong Yu said, I miss the life here too. Tomorrow is the martial arts competition. I wish everyone a good ranking, Linging said. Cheers. After finishing the seemingly harmonious meal, everyone played around for a bit before returning to their respective rooms. Lin Xian, on the other hand, sneaked into Morong Yu's room. Chapter 1186. Wu Yuhan and Lan Xingxing were also in their own rooms. Lin Xian had already left, but he secretly used his space attribute to go directly to Morong Yu's room. Morong Yu tidied up the room a little. After all, she hadn't been back for so long. Although Lan Xingxing would help her clean the room, she was still used to cleaning it herself. She was quite annoyed because of her relationship with Lin Xian. Then, Morong Yu suddenly felt something. She turned around and saw Lin Xian standing behind her. Morong Yu, why are you back again? Morong Yu really didn't feel good when she saw Lin Xian. So annoying. I missed you. Lin Xian grinned. Morong Yu, I don't want to. Go away, Morong Yu said indifferently. Of course, although her tone was indifferent, her heart was definitely not calm. Hee hee. Lin Xian smiled and hugged Morong Yu's delicate body from behind. Morong Yu's delicate body suddenly trembled. How should she put it? Her body had already completely rejected Lin Xian. Wasn't that obvious? After having sex for half a year, it would be strange if her body still rejected Lin Xian. However, she still didn't know what to do. Little Yu, we've been together for so long. If you still dislike me, then I'll really explode. Lin Xian hugged her and said softly. I don't dislike you. Because of her special relationship with Lin Xian, the way Morong Yu talked to Lin Xian was definitely very different from the Morong Yu of the past. Then tonight Lin Xian's hands were already misbehaving. Morong Yu, no. She quickly broke free from Lin Xian's large hands. Hurry up and leave. Morong Yu looked at Lin Xian and said, I'm not leaving. If I leave, then I'm not a man. You. Morong Yu gritted her teeth. Hee hee. You can't chase me away. Lin Xian smiled evilly and hugged Morong Yu again. Then, he took the opportunity to fall onto the bed with her. Morong Yu. She was about to break down. How could she resist this? Who could withstand this? As time slowly passed, Morong Yu's body heated up from Lin Xian's antics. Even his breathing became hurried. I'm coming. Lin Xian smiled evilly. No. No. As Morong Yu held on to Lin Xian, he subconsciously sensed danger. Let's go somewhere else. Morong Yu said. Don't tell me you want to go to the balcony? Morong Yu opened her beautiful eyes. Her blue eyes were blurred and were especially beautiful. I'm saying not here. Lin Xian smiled. She could understand because Lan Xingxing and Wu Yuhan were next door. Hee hee, I want to do it here. Morong Yu. At this moment, she had 10,000 vulgarities to say, but she couldn't say them. Lin Xian got up and locked her room door. Then, he turned off the lights and pounced on her. Morong Yu suppressed her voice. She didn't dare to make a single sound. The next morning, Lin Xian opened his eyes. Morong Yu was sleeping very quietly in his arms. Hey, wake up. It's 6 o'clock. We have to gather at 8. Lin Xian pinched her breasts. Morong Yu. She opened her eyes. Bastard. Why? Why couldn't she reject Lin Xian? If she really didn't want to, why couldn't she reject him? If she had sex with him in God's domain, it was out of necessity and mutual benefit. But here, they were no longer in that kind of situation. Moreover, they weren't a couple. Did that mean that she had sex with a man who wasn't her boyfriend? Could it be that Morong Yu was a loose woman? Morong Yu was in a daze. Hey, what are you thinking about? Lin Xian smacked his lips on her beautiful face. Morong Yu shook her head. Nothing. Don't look. Morong Yu looked at Lin Xian and said, Sister, I've been looking for half a year. Lin Xian said helplessly. Still, don't look. Lin Xian shrugged and turned his back to her. Sigh. Women. I really don't understand their thoughts. What haven't you seen? You've been looking for half a year, and now you're not letting me look. Morongyu carefully looked at Lin Xian as she got up and ran to the bathroom to take a shower. Lin Xian shrugged. After a while, the sound of water splashing could be heard. Lin Xian then walked in. When Morongyu heard the sound of the door opening, she turned her head to take a look and nearly collapsed. You? Morongyu instinctively blocked him and gritted her teeth. What's wrong? When we were in God's domain, didn't we bathe a lot? Lin Xian smiled and leaned over. Morongyu, I want to take a shower too. Help me wipe. Lin Xian then walked under the shower. Morongyu helplessly helped Lin Xian wipe his body. Little you, just be my girlfriend. Lin Xian said while enjoying himself. We'll talk about it later. Morongyu said. Hey, you're avoiding me again. Morongyu didn't say anything. This is your weakness. Although you do things swiftly and decisively, you're too conflicted in other aspects. There's nothing to be conflicted about. We're already like this. What are you conflicted about? Lin Xian said. This was also something that Morongyu couldn't figure out. Their relationship had already become like this. Why didn't she choose to be Lin Xian's girlfriend? To be honest, she really didn't know. Then agree. To be honest, she didn't know how to handle a relationship. She had never thought about what kind of life she would have if she was in a relationship. Morongyu didn't say anything. Lin Xian shrugged. Since she didn't say anything, Lin Xian could only wait for the next time. After taking a shower, the two walked out. Well, I'll be leaving first. Okay. Morongyu nodded in her bathrobe. Then, Lin Xian's figure disappeared. After Lin Xian left, Morongyu sat by the bed in a daze. She didn't even tell her family about this. Anyway, she didn't know what to do for the time being. The students of the Martial Arts Academy gathered in the huge arena. The Martial Arts Academy's arena was built with a lot of effort. It was very large and magnificent. The audience seats could probably hold 50,000 people. Moreover, there was some convenient high-tech equipment for the competition. They sat in each area according to their class. It was very neat. They had just met this morning. Now, Lin Xian and Morongyu were sitting together again. Xiao Runing felt very comfortable. Morongyu and Lin Xian were in her class. Morongyu's strength was needless to say. Lin Xian's upper limit was too high. He would definitely get a good ranking. Then, as a mentor, she would be rewarded handsomely. Lin Xian, don't flirt with female students. Xiao Runing saw that Lin Xian seemed to be flirting with Morongyu and was inexplicably unhappy. Brother, we haven't seen each other for half a year. We only had a meal together last time. Why didn't you ask me to meet alone again? Anyway, Xiao Runing was unhappy. Although she wasn't Lin Xian's girlfriend, weren't all women like this? Chapter 1187. Lin Xian coughed dryly, then glanced at Xiao Runing. Oh, this Xiao Ningning is actually taking care of me. Well, it seems like I haven't taught her a lesson for so long that she's become arrogant. Morongyu then turned her face to the side. Su Jiming looked at them from behind, frowning. Why isn't this Lin Xian dead yet? How he wished that this Lin Xian was dead. Perhaps Lin Xian's return to the Martial Arts Academy had disappointed many people. He didn't know how much this Lin Xian had improved in the past 6 months. Su Jiming was already a 9-star domain realm expert. Basically, all the top martial artists had opened their own domains. He didn't know what mission Lin Xian had gone to do, but he felt that he had improved quite a lot during this period. He should be a match for Lin Xian now, right? Xiao Runing saw Lin Xian looking at her and even glaring at her. What a joke. Perhaps when the two of them were alone, Xiao Runing was afraid of this hooligan, Lin Xian. But in this kind of situation, she, Xiao Runing, was the instructor. Lin Xian had to be obedient. What? Lin Xian, are you not convinced? Xiao Runing looked at Lin Xian and said, "I'm convinced, Miss Xiao. How am I not convinced?" Lin Xian said with a smile, "That's more like it." Xiao Runing's realm might not have improved as fast as the others because she spent a lot of time teaching and preparing for classes. Therefore, her realm was originally higher than Xiao Xinyue and the others, but she was gradually surpassed. As for her, she would squeeze out almost all of her remaining time to grind monsters. Right now, her realm was actually about the same as everyone else's. She wasn't a sky venerable yet, but her domain was around 9 or 10 stars. However, this was the life that Xiao Runing had chosen. She liked this kind of life. She liked the existence of a mentor. It was not that mentors were glamorous. Were they glamorous? That was not the case at all. She was about 2 years older than Ling Ying and the others. She could clearly be a very beautiful campus belle as well as a genius in the academy. That would be called glamorous and beautiful. I've decided to see if there's a chance to teach her a lesson tonight. At this time, several vice deans of the academy, as well as a few of the more special powerhouses and instructors, walked towards the judges' table. Apart from them, there might be some people that others did not recognize, and those were the powerhouses of the 3 major forces. The whole place quieted down. Luo Xiu glanced at everyone and then said, "Everyone, it has been half a year since the establishment of the Martial Arts Academy. You are the first batch of students of our Martial Arts Academy. You are not simple either. In the past half a year, each of you has carried out countless missions. There were 20,000 people who entered the Martial Arts Academy, and now, there are still 20,000 of you. I am proud of all of you. Your growth in the past half a year is obvious to all. Now, in half a year, or at most a year and a half, you will leave the Martial Arts Academy and embark on an even more glorious journey. Therefore, this competition is especially important." Luo Xiu paused and then said, "These people beside me are the representatives of the 3 major forces. Today, the battle between you will be watched by them, and it will even be broadcasted live in the eyes of many powerhouses of the 3 major forces. You have to show your strongest and most outstanding selves. Because of this, the 3 major forces will be able to choose whether to put you in an important position and how much they value you. These are all points that you have to work hard on." So far, there were still 20,000 people. This was also due to the protection of the Martial Arts Academy. Every time they went out, the Martial Arts Academy would at least guarantee that they would be given space crystals to save their lives. It was indeed very useful. In addition, no matter how trashy the people here were, they were still powerhouses. It was not easy to die unless they did some unimaginable missions. They had taken down 2 cities occupied by the demon clan without any casualties. It was really amazing. Of course, these 2 cities were under the jurisdiction of Yi Renbing. Under normal circumstances, it would not be so simple. However, Yi Renbing did not say anything, and the 10th Monster Shrine did not have any powerhouses to take action. The traitor of the demon clan in the Martial Arts Academy was not found. It was really not easy to find out. Fortunately, nothing had happened. Today's competition was firstly to give everyone a real ranking. Secondly, it was the choice of the 3 major forces. If you were outstanding enough, you would naturally be valued by the 3 major forces and hold an important position in the 3 major forces. You might be a military counselor. If you had the talent in this area, you might be a general leading millions of troops. Of course, that was also the future. The most important thing was that you had to have the strength and ability to do so. Lin Xian might not care much about these false titles, but they did. Just think about it. That kind of momentum and status of leading millions of troops was not something that a relatively powerful warrior like himself could compare with. Now, let me tell you the rules of the competition. Luo Xiu paused for a moment, then said, "The martial arts competition is expected to end in 4 days, and the progress of 3 days won't be too rushed. The competition will be based on random drawing, and this huge martial arts arena will be divided into a total of 4 martial arts arenas. Therefore, the 4 martial arts competitions will be held at the same time, and also to shorten the progress of the competition." Then, Luo Xiu pointed at the huge screen in the air and said, every 4 rounds of the competition will be randomly drawn through the big screen. In other words, you might draw the domain realm from the lore realm. This is something that can't be helped. Luck is also a part of strength. If you are strong enough, you don't have to worry about this. The rules of the competition are very simple. If you lose the ability to fight, fall out of the arena, or admit defeat, you will be considered to have lost the competition. Today, try to reach 10,000 from 20,000. This is the basic rule. Does anyone have any questions? Luo Xiu asked. At this moment, a student asked, Vice President, may I ask if the spatial attribute can be used? The spatial attribute is also a type of attribute. Why can't it be used? But, if the spatial attribute is used, it can easily send the opponent out of the arena. Then, the opponent will lose. Isn't this a bit too brainless? Luo Xiu replied. If you are strong enough, you don't have to worry about the spatial attribute. The premise that you are worried about is based on your lack of confidence in your own strength. If you don't fight against a spatial or temporal attribute warrior today, then when you meet an enemy of these 2 attributes in the future, are you going to ask him if he can't use the spatial attribute? Ha ha ha. Hearing Luo Xiu's words, many people could not help but laugh. Lin Xian rubbed his chin. Today, 20,000 to 10,000. In other words, everyone only needed to fight 1 round. After that, he would have nothing to do with today. It would be best if it was him as soon as possible. Then, he would be able to fight with the girls. Hee. Alright, if there are no other questions, the competition will officially begin. Everyone, please pay attention to the big screen. Then, the big screen lit up, and 4 lines began to scroll. In the first arena, Zhang Neng vs. Wang Mengmeng. In the second arena, Lin Xian vs. Li Gang. In the third arena, Wang Xintong vs. Chen Chaoxue. In the fourth arena, Lu Jiajia vs. Li Shui. 8 martial artists, please enter the arena as soon as possible to begin the competition. Chapter 1188. The 8 of them walked toward the arena. There was no doubt that Lin Xian would be the focus of everyone's attention in this competition. There were influential people in every place, and Lin Xian was such a person. At least, everyone in the martial arts academy knew about him even if they did not know him. How should they put it? Lin Xian had gone from being trash to being a top-notch existence, which made them feel a little uncomfortable. Of course, they did not know whether Lin Xian was a top-notch existence or not. They only knew that Lin Xian seemed to be quite powerful half a year ago, but they did not think that he would be too powerful. However, the most important thing that made them think that Lin Xian might be very powerful was that he and Murong Yu went on a mysterious mission and left for half a year. Why was he qualified to go on a mission with Murong Yu? On what basis? Therefore, these people guessed that Lin Xian might not be as simple as he seemed on the surface. Of course, all of this was just speculation. In the past half a year, everyone had improved a lot. In addition, they were all geniuses. Now, they only wanted to know how much this mysterious Lin Xian had improved. The Martial Arts Academy competition would definitely allow them to see everyone, including Lin Xian, clearly. Lin Xian's opponent, Li Gang, was considered average in the Martial Arts Academy. There were 20,000 people in the Martial Arts Academy now, and there was basically no one in the lore realm. They were all geniuses and would improve very quickly. If they could not reach the domain realm in half a year, they would be trash. They were different from ordinary martial artists. The trashiest person here would be a peerless genius anywhere else. They were average, around 3 or 4 stars in the domain realm. Li Gang looked at Lin Xian in front of him warily. He knew that his opponent had the spatial attribute. Lin Xian, I know that you're not weak. You have the spatial attribute, which is your advantage. Perhaps I'm not your match if you use the spatial attribute, but I want to have a good fight with you. If possible, I hope that you won't use the spatial attribute. Let's have a good fight. Li Gang said to Lin Xian. Lin Xian shrugged with a smile. To be honest, they all felt that this was an unreasonable request. Space was also a type of attribute, so why couldn't people use it? However, this was also understandable. The space was simply too powerful. Just a difference in attributes was enough to make two people of the same realm feel unbalanced. Li Gang took a deep breath. If he didn't use the space, he felt that he would have a chance. Thunder roar. Li Gang did not hesitate to release a bolt of lightning at Lin Xian. Everyone was waiting for Lin Xian to make a move. Many of them were looking forward to Lin Xian's strength, including Su Jiming, Xiao Yun, and even Duanling Xiao. Duanling Xiao was very strong, but he was the most confused one. This Lin Xian and Murong Yu went on a mission that lasted for half a year. He did not know what mission it was, but he wanted to say that in terms of strength, talent, and everything else, he was more qualified to go on a mission with Murong Yu. Why was it this Lin Xian? Therefore, he felt that this Lin Xian must be special. Shua, Lin Xian released a burst of spatial attribute, and Li Gang couldn't break free at all. Li Gang was teleported out of the arena. Everyone, wow! This Lin Xian was really a dog. The other party had already said that. You gave him face and fought a good battle, but you directly sent him away with a spatial attribute. This spatial attribute was really brainless, but it also proved that Lin Xian's realm was definitely higher than that person's. There was no doubt about it. He was very angry. This kind of battle made him feel very uncomfortable. He couldn't use all his strength, laws, and domains. After Lin Xian won, the big screen directly showed Lin Xian's victory. Then, Lin Xian walked down with a smile and sat beside Murong Yu. No one could see Lin Xian's strength, but it did not matter. He would definitely be exposed later, as long as he met a powerful person. After fighting match after match, Lin Xian watched in boredom. Because the other girls weren't fighting, even if Lin Xian left, he wouldn't know what to do. He suddenly realized that without a girl by his side, everything would be boring. Wang Xintong versus Zhang Haohen. Finally, it was someone Lin Xian cared about. Wang Xintong's strength was now higher than Lin Xian's. She was a 10-star domain realm cultivator, and she was also breaking through to the heavenly venerable realm. Wang Xintong's hard work was probably something that no one around Lin Xian could compare to. Ling Ying, Han Chuxue, and the others could not compare to her. Thinking back, Wang Xintong was still a weak girl, but she became an expert close to the heavenly venerable realm in one leap. This was all because of her extraordinary hard work. Her hard work could even make people's hearts jump. Miss Xiao, how strong is Xintong's opponent? Lin Xian asked with concern. This girl's attributes were water and light, not absolute combat attributes. Lin Xian had not fought with her for a long time. Lin Xian only knew that she was now much stronger, but they did not know exactly how strong she was. Zhang Haohen, one of the top 100 students. His cultivation level should be 8 or 9 stars domain realm. He is very strong and has wind and lightning dual attributes. Xiao Runing said to Lin Xian. Lin Xian pondered for a moment. In terms of attributes, Wang Xintong should be completely defeated. However, Lin Xian believed that Wang Xintong was not simple. Wang Xintong, this young master was defeated by you last time. You won't be so lucky this time. Zhang Haohen twisted his neck, and lightning and wind attributes surged around his body. He directly used 2 attributes, which was enough to show how much he valued Wang Xintong. That's right, he was defeated by Wang Xintong on the 30th peak, so he knew how powerful this girl was. Wang Xintong stared at the enemy in front of her seriously. Spirit weapons were not allowed in a martial arts competition. This was to avoid injuring the opponent and to ensure a fair battle. Let the battle begin. Whoosh whoosh, in the next instant, the two of them moved at the same time. Zhang Haohen instantly blasted a bolt of lightning toward Wang Xintong, and at the same time, he activated his wind attribute and rushed over together. Whoosh whoosh, a huge ball of water appeared in front of Wang Xintong, and then she punched it. In an instant, the ball of water turned into countless small balls and shot toward Zhang Haohen at an extremely fast speed. Facing such an attack, Zhang Haohen had no space and could not move forward. This move again. Humph! Thunderbolt. Zhang Haohen directly released a powerful lightning attribute martial arts technique, and easily crushed Wang Xintong's ball of water. Water could not compete with lightning. Lin Xian observed carefully. Whoosh! In the next instant, the same ball of water shot over. Again. Zhang Haohen snorted coldly. You haven't improved much compared to before. This time, he was surrounded by lightning and rushed over forcefully. You lost, Wang Xintong said. In the next instant, the countless balls of water refracted a strong light. Ugh! This was the power of light attribute, and light also had the ability to attack, but it was not as strong. However, he could not withstand the countless hidden lights shooting randomly. Chapter 1189. As a functional attribute, the power of light might not be that strong because light wasn't a combat attribute. However, Wang Xintong nimbly used the water attribute to hide the light. At the same time, with the refraction of water, at least in Lin Xian's eyes, this seemed to have increased the power of light. However, light was indeed more of a functional attribute. Even so, Zhang Haohen would only be attacked and would not lose his ability to fight. However, there was still Wang Xintong. From then on, Wang Xintong had been working hard to improve herself. She wanted to become stronger. She wanted to wear her brother's will and gallop on the battlefield together. Wang Xintong's figure appeared behind Zhang Haohen. Zhang Haohen instantly released his power of law. Lightning Law. Thunder attribute power doubled. Law, water cage. Light source explosion. The battle ended. Although Wang Xintong was at the 10-star domain realm and Zhang Haohen was at the 9-star domain realm, she was completely defeated in terms of attributes. There was no difference of 1 star, but she still won. Wang Xintong wins. Then, Wang Xintong bowed to everyone and walked down. This girl has really become stronger. Lin Xian sighed. As time passed, all of them were changing. Only he, Lin Xian, was still surrounded by women all day long. Awkward. The battle continued. Soon, it was Lan Xingxing's turn. Ever since he met Lan Xingxing, Lin Xian had never seen her fight. Lin Xian only knew that she was at the 5-star domain realm. The current 5-star domain realm could only be ranked in the upper middle of the martial arts academy. If she was stronger, she would be in the upper middle. However, Lin Xian felt that this silly and gluttonous girl was really amazing for her to have such a high level of comprehension. If she could not eat so much, she would be stronger. Lan Xingxing's opponent was a martial artist at the same realm as her. When the battle began, the two of them directly activated their attribute powers and clashed. Waterfall. It was raining heavily in the arena. Thunder heaven and earth. Then, the rain mixed with thunder made it impossible to avoid. Then, she rushed to her opponent's side. 3 minutes later, the battle ended. Lan Xingxing won. One had to know that the opponents here were all genius martial artists. It was not as easy to defeat one of them unless the gap between the two of them was extremely large. However, from the beginning to the end, Lan Xingxing suppressed her opponent. It seemed that Lin Xian was really powerful. Next, Ling Ling Ying used 2 moves of absolute suppression to blast his opponent to the bottom of the stage, causing a burst of cheers. Han Chushue's 1 move, she froze her opponent. Woozazazaz, sheezazazazazazaz. Everyone's fight to fight fight. Little SS. TTS after the fight 8 TTTTTSST. Teet T. Wang's sis. S's twos to be honest, he was inexplicably interested. Play what? She faintly asked. Let's either go out and play or stay at home, Lin Xian said. Actually, Lin Xian did not want to go out and play. He felt that it was meaningless. Singing? Disco dancing? It was better to gather a few people at home and have fun with the beauties. Let's do it at home. Morongyu said. Sure, I'll go and call everyone. Morongyu nodded and returned home first. Lin Xian then privately messaged his wives one by one in the group chat. Of course, they all agreed. They had nothing to do after the fight, so they were happy to play together. Especially Lan Xingxing, her eyes lit up when she heard that Lin Xian was going to make delicious food again. Morongyu finally understood why Lin Xian's food always tasted better than hers. It was not because of the seasonings, but because of his law of creation. When Morongyu learned of this, she had the urge to beat up Lin Xian. What a bastard! She had thought about it for a long time but could not think of it. Who would think of the law of creation? The next 3 days might not be very interesting to them, but the last day would definitely be a clash of the top. Lin Xian, Ling Ying, Han Chuxue, Xiao Xinyue, Lan Xingxing, Morongyu, Wu Yuhan, and Wang Xintong gathered at Morongyu's dorm. Lin Xian's figure was busy cooking in the kitchen. He was very satisfied and did not feel annoyed at all. Lin Xian really liked to cook good food for them. Lan Xingxing leaned against Lin Xian and occasionally reached out to eat the ingredients. After she was done, she actively helped to bring the food to the table and took 2 bites. She was very satisfied. All the girls here should be Lin Xian's girls. Even Wu Yuhan was the same. Today, Wu Yuhan's younger sister was present, which was her cold personality. Now, Lin Xian was not very afraid of this cold Wu Yuhan. Perhaps it was because they had not seen each other for a long time? Time seemed to have diluted some of this cold Wu Yuhan's hatred for Lin Xian. Lin Xian also wanted to call Xue Bingxin and Xue Binglan, but it had been a long time since their turn to fight. It might be very late, so he did not call them. I bought the wine. Wang Xintong and Xiao Xinyue walked in together. Then, Wang Xintong placed a lot of wine on the table. Xiao Xinyue placed Lin Xian's favorite pig head meat and green onions on the table. She also bought 2 other dishes. After all, she thought that Lin Xian could not be too tired, so she asked him to cook less. As for why she bought wine, wasn't it Lin Xian's instigation? There were 2 bottles at home, but Lin Xian thought that he should get them drunk. What was the point of not getting them drunk? Once they were drunk, he could do whatever he wanted. Then, with Lin Xian's instigation and Lan Xingxing's help, they all agreed to drink properly. Moreover, no one used their spiritual power to dissolve the alcohol. Tonight, they would be unbridled. They had not been unbridled in a long time. How could Ling Ying and Han Chuxue not know about Lin Xian's tricks? This was not the first time, and he still wanted to get them drunk? They were used to it. There were other girls too. This bastard was definitely up to no good. However, even though they knew that he was up to no good, they still indulged him. In any case, they did not understand why they indulged this Lin Xian so much. The food is ready. Lin Xian felt that he was very blessed. The girls around him were all very good. Coming! Ling Ying shouted. Then, the few of them sat together in a circle. To be honest, although they talked about it verbally, everyone really liked Lin Xian's cooking. Cheers! Everyone raised their glasses and clinked them. Then, they happily ate the food. All right, Lin Xian. When the time comes, if you are selected as a special member of the 3 great factions, what position do you want to hold? Ling Ying asked curiously. This day was coming soon. Perhaps some people would receive an invitation after the competition ended. Chapter 1190. Little did they know that Lin Xian had already rejected the invitations of the 3 factions. However, that was different. The previous invitations were based on benefits. Lin Xian didn't like this feeling. If he was purely fighting for humanity, he wouldn't even need any benefits. Me? I'm in the military class. What do you think? Lin Xian shrugged and drank the wine in one gulp. Lin Xian, do you want to be a general? Lan Xingxing's big eyes twinkled as she asked. Actually, I prefer to fight alone. However, I feel that if I have the ability to lead an army and fight a perfect battle, I can make them sacrifice as little as possible. This is also something that makes people happy. Lin Xian said. This was Lin Xian's true thoughts. Many of his ideas had changed over a long period of time. In the past, Lin Xian thought that with the 3 major forces around, they would be enough to handle the battle. All he needed to do was to stay by his sister's side. The only thing he could do for the humans was to develop more potions or other practical things. That would be a great help. However, as Lin Xian grew, and as he began to come into contact with the Demon God Temple and the Demon God, he gradually changed his mind. If he had the ability, why not? God damn it, the monster god of the 9th Monster God Temple was even targeting him. How could he let him off so easily? Of course, the premise was that Lin Xian had the ability to lead an army. If he had the ability to make the 3 factions willing to give him an army, then he had to convince them and show them his ability. I don't have that many thoughts. I don't have the talent in this area. I feel that I should just do my best to charge and break through the enemy lines, Linging said. I can provide food for everyone, Lan Xingxing said. Everyone was speechless. Come on. You provide food. It's good that you don't steal food, Lin Xian said with a smile. In fact, Lin Xian sometimes wondered what would happen if he formed a terrifying army. Ling Ying, Han Chuxue, and the others were all members of this small team. If these few people could play the role of a million-strong army, it would be very terrifying. Murong Yu ate a mouthful of food and said calmly, "Actually, I feel that there are countless talented people. One more won't make a difference. However, the number of sharp people is the least. If I were to choose, I would rather form a sharp troop. It might only have a dozen or so people, but if the demon race heard the name of this troop, they would be terrified." Yes, she was indeed learning to be a general, but her heart was actually very weak. If she led an army of 1,000,000 and only had 500,000 soldiers left after one battle, and 200,000 soldiers left after another battle, she would really feel terrible. With such an army, even if it was a one-sided battle, there would definitely be people who would die. The only question was how many. She didn't like this feeling. Therefore, she felt that if they formed a top-notch elite team, everyone would be very strong, it would not be easy for anything to happen, and they would have absolute trust in each other. This would definitely be a very happy feeling. Lin Xian's eyes lit up. This Murong Yu actually hit the nail on the head. Isn't this elite ready-made in front of you? Lin Xian said with a smirk. Murong Yu was stunned for a moment, then looked at Lin Xian. Ice, darkness, water, light, fire, thunder, space, time, wind. Basically, everyone has it. Lin Xian. Murong Yu pondered for a moment. I just have an idea. Lin Xian, I also have the same idea. Moreover, I have my own force. We can completely break away from the 3 major forces and fight as individuals. I don't care. As long as I can contribute to the human race, I feel that anything is fine, Linging said. Wang Xintong nodded. That means, we can form something like a mercenary group, right? Xiao Xinyue asked. Lin Xian nodded. Yes, we have the support of the Art Pavilion Corporation, and maybe even the Divine Temple. I think we can do it. Han Chuxue nodded as well. Friends, comrades fighting side by side. Most importantly, everyone had absolute trust in each other. Then let's give it a try. I want it too, I want it too, Lan Xingxing said excitedly. You stay here obediently. Lin Xian rolled his eyes. It wasn't that she couldn't do it, but that she hadn't completely matured yet. Oh. Lan Xingxing pouted and turned her grievance into appetite. Okay. Murong Yu nodded. The mercenary group's name will be the Gale Mercenary Group. Lin Xian still had some special feelings for the Gale Mercenary Group. Miao Xiaomiao could also join. Miao Xiaomiao could not only be a combat member, but also a technical guide. She was a little genius, and she had the genius Zhao Yunqi behind her. Lin Xian realized that if this group was formed, it would be full of talents. Then let's give it a try. Then, a group was hastily formed at tonight's drinking party. Everyone was looking forward to it, but they definitely didn't know how terrifying the Gale Mercenary Group would be in the near future. They would become an existence that the Yao race and even the Yao God Temple would tremble in fear. In the future war between the human race and the Yao race, this group would complete one extremely difficult and important killing mission after another. The captain was Murong Yu. Lin Xian felt that Murong Yu's ability was above his, at least for now, and he was willing. The vice-captain and the other girls would be Lin Xian for now. The members were Ling Ying, Han Chuxue, Xiao Xinyue, Wu Yuhan, Wang Xintong, and Miao Xiaomiao from the Gale mercenary group. Zhao Yunqi could also be considered a member of this group and a technical guide. In fact, Lin Xian had a very good candidate in mind as a member. His addition should improve their group's strength. Zhuge Feng. In addition to being strong, Zhuge Feng was proficient in all kinds of special formations that could buff everyone. As a semi-support, he was definitely very important. Lin Xian trusted Zhuge Feng quite a lot. Among all the men that Lin Xian knew, Zhuge Feng was the one that Lin Xian had the best impression of. At least for now, Zhuge Feng wasn't the kind that made people feel distrustful. Lin Xian felt that Zhuge Feng's character was very good. Okay. Let's warmly celebrate the establishment of the Gale mercenary group. Everyone, let's drink more. Tonight, we won't go home until we're drunk. Lin Xian raised his wine glass and said with a smile, Hee, happy. If I can get these girls drunk tonight, I'll be even happier. Everyone had beautiful fantasies, and they were all in a good mood. The more they drank, the more they drank. Lin Xian had said that if you used your spiritual power to dissolve the alcohol, then what was the difference between drinking and drinking water? Anyone who tried to neutralize the effects of the alcohol was trash. After being provoked by Lin Xian, no one was able to neutralize the effects of the alcohol. Chapter 1191. They drank a lot that night. After dinner, they played games, cards, and truth or dare. Lin Xian was completely drunk. Originally, Lin Xian planned to pretend to be drunk or secretly use his spiritual power to dissolve the effects of the alcohol. However, he really drank too much and Lin Xian fell asleep. A group of people, some were lying on the bed, some were lying on the floor, and Lin Xian. Perhaps it was an instinct, but he laid down next to Xiao Xinyue and reached his hand in to hold her breasts. His leg was even on top of her. This was a very common phenomenon. For example, if you had a girlfriend and you were used to hugging her to sleep, you would place your hand somewhere at night. Suddenly, one day, for some reason, you slept on the same bed as your brother. When you fell asleep in the middle of the night, your hand would unconsciously reach over, causing your brother to feel a sense of despair. Lin Xian really didn't do it on purpose. He didn't even know what he was doing. Ling Ying opened her beautiful eyes and stretched. Her head was dizzy. She shook her head and released her spiritual power to dissolve the effects of the alcohol. Fortunately, she was a martial artist. This was the benefit of being a martial artist. Others might feel terrible the next day after getting drunk, but martial artists could recover in an instant. Ling Ying yawned again and looked at the scene around her. What exactly did they experience last night? They were going to compete today, but they were all so drunk. Originally, everyone was aware of their limits. However, it was Lin Xian who kept forcing everyone to drink last night. Everyone was already drunk to the point of dizziness. After being provoked by Lin Xian, even Murong Yu ended up drinking himself silly. Lin Xian felt terrible. He originally thought that if he wasn't drunk, he could use his spiritual power to dissolve the effects of the alcohol. Then, he could do whatever he wanted with all these girls. But it was a mistake. Lin Xian didn't have time to release his spiritual power to dissolve the effects of the alcohol. He drank too much and passed out. Ling Ying jumped out of bed and prepared to wash up. After washing up, she woke everyone up, and then her figure paused. Holy shit! What did Ling Ying see? This Lin Xian's hand actually. Ling Ying wanted to kill him with one stab. She thought it was normal for Lin Xian's hand to be in Han Chushue's bra, but now it was in Xiao Xinyue's. Extremely unhappy. At this moment, Lin Xian was in a deep sleep. The system notification kept ringing, but it didn't wake Lin Xian up. After all, he was currently drunk. Let's see how you're going to quibble then. Ling Ying angrily took out his phone and took photos from all directions. Sure enough, this Lin Xian was a bastard. Get up, get up. Ling Ying kicked Lin Xian with her jade foot. Seeing that Lin Xian didn't get up, she mischievously rubbed Lin Xian's face with her jade foot. Then, she couldn't help but laugh. Forget it, I won't tease him anymore. Bang, then, Ling Ying stomped on him. Ouch! Lin Xian instantly opened his eyes. Ah! At the same time, Xiao Xinyue's eyebrows suddenly furrowed and she let out a painful groan. That's right, Ling Ying's kick made Lin Xian subconsciously exert force. How much force did that subconsciously exert? His hand was still in Xiao Xinyue's, and then, Xiao Xinyue would probably suffer. Little Ling Ying, what are you doing? Lin Xian looked at Ling Ying with an aggrieved expression. His hand had already been pulled out before he woke up, so naturally, he didn't know what he had done. Nothing, I'm just waking you up. Ling Ying's lips curled up, then he walked into the bathroom to wash up. Lin Xian helplessly touched the tip of his nose. Why was his hand so fragrant? Everyone else was basically woken up by Lin Xian's shout. Ouch! Lan Xingxing rubbed his little head, then released his spiritual energy to dissolve the alcohol. Who told you to drink so much? Lin Xian laughed. Lin Xian, you're the one who always urged me to drink, Lan Xingxing said. Alright, it's getting late. Everyone hurry up and wash up, eat breakfast, and get ready for the competition. Xiao Xinyue opened her beautiful eyes and sat up. Ouch! Xiao Xinyue's eyebrows furrowed. If you have a headache, use your spiritual energy to dissolve the alcohol. Do you still need me to teach you? Lin Xian looked at Xiao Xinyue and said. Xiao Xinyue glanced at Lin Xian. She opened her little mouth, but didn't say anything. She didn't have a headache. Her chest hurt. It really hurt, really hurt. What's going on? Why does it hurt so much? What happened last night? What's wrong? When Lin Xian saw Xiao Xinyue's expression, he deliberately looked at her. This girl couldn't have drunk too much, right? Nothing, I'm going back to my room to change. Xiao Xinyue shook her head, then walked to her room. After closing the door, she hurriedly looked at her chest. Heavens! How could it be? There was a clear scratch mark, covering the entire area. It was bruised. The entire scratch mark was bruised. No wonder it hurt so much. But why? Xiao Xinyue carefully looked in the mirror. It didn't look like a girl's hand. After all, the fingerprints were so obvious. If a girl did it, the fingerprints would be much thinner, so, Xiao Xinyue, this was Lin Xian's hand? Xiao Xinyue was dumbfounded. No, even if you took advantage of her, why did you use so much strength? Xiao Xinyue was infuriated. You're exaggerating by using so much strength. Ah. Hey. In the living room, Lin Xian and Ling Ying were the first to finish washing up. Ling Ying then elbowed Lin Xian. What? Lin Xian looked at Ling Ying in confusion. Let me show you something good. Ling Ying then showed Lin Xian the photo on his phone. Slander. This is slander. Lin Xian hurriedly said. Lin Xian, look carefully. This was just taken. Where was it taken? I saw it with my own eyes. You still want to deny it? Ling Ying said with a smile on his face. Lin Xian. Denying it was a man's instinct. Lin Xian instinctively denied it when he saw the photo. He didn't even see it clearly. TSK. Lin Xian coughed dryly. Ahem, little Ling Ying, I'm drunk. Lin Xian was very uncomfortable. Ah, he was really drunk. Who knows if you're really drunk or not? But if I show this photo to Xinyue, what do you think will happen? Lin Xian, don't, little Ling Ying, we're close. This is all a misunderstanding. Lin Xian smiled and quietly reached for Ling Ying's phone. Ling Ying smiled and put the phone away. That depends on your performance. I kind of want to eat minced meat pies. Ling Ying rubbed his chin. I'll make it now. Lin Xian looked at the time. It was actually quite early, so he quickly rushed into the kitchen. Ling Ying leaned against the wall and looked at Lin Xian. Chapter 1192. To be honest, Ling Ying had already gotten used to Lin Xian's fickleness. She had also accepted Lin Xian's fickleness. At the very least, Lin Xian's fickleness was only with relatively decent girls. However, she didn't know what to do. Were they going to live together in the future? Actually, it wasn't impossible. If Lin Xian had absolute power and influence, he would have been able to resolve all of this without even attacking. Forget it, let's not think about this anymore. The girls finished washing up and walked over, looking at the busy Lin Xian in the kitchen. Why is he so enthusiastic? Han Chuxue asked. Although Lin Xian often cooked for them, wasn't this too enthusiastic? Ling Ying smiled. He's guilty. There were no secrets between her and Han Chuxue. After all, the two of them had done it with Lin Xian. Although Han Chuxue didn't know the specific reason, she could roughly guess. Xiao Xinue walked out of the room. It hurt. She really wanted to find a wood attribute martial artist to heal her. A water attribute martial artist was also fine. Wang Xintong could heal her, but how could she ask for such a thing? She glanced at Lin Xian, who was busy in the kitchen, and felt all kinds of emotions. There was anger, after all, this was too infuriating. Of course, there was also shyness. After all, she had a good impression of Lin Xian. She just didn't know if this Lin Xian was doing it on purpose or not. Wow! Lin Xian, what delicious duck are you making now? Lan Xingxing saw Lin Xian in the kitchen after washing up, and hurriedly ran over. Minced meat patties. Wah wah wah. I'm so happy. Wu Yuhan yawned and combed her hair. It was obvious that she was now the older sister, Wu Yuhan. This could be seen from her movements. Let me help. Wang Xintong walked over. Okay, help me knead the dough. Morong Yu also went over with interest. Minced meat patties? She had never eaten it before. Soon, the meat pancakes were cooked one after another. There were also lettuce, grilled sausages, and shredded cucumbers. They took them one by one. Why don't you open a gourmet shop? Wu Yuhan took a bite and asked with a smirk. It was very delicious. The crispy meat, grilled sausages, and some sauce were mixed together. It was a simple taste, but it was really good. What a joke. Why don't I make money? Do you have to open a restaurant? Lin Xian roasted the meat patties one by one and placed them on the table. The star baby had already dealt with one and hurriedly reached out to grab another. Woo woo woo. It was too touching. She had to marry a man like Lin Xian in the future. She felt that she would die of happiness. Ah! How blissful. I just don't know if Lin Xian has a girlfriend. There are so many beautiful girls around him, but I haven't heard of any of them being his girlfriend. Should I ask? Thinking of this, Lan Xingxing's little face quickly turned red. Forget it, don't think about it anymore. Eating good food is the most important thing. After eating, they left together to participate in the martial arts competition. 3 days later. It was originally estimated that they could finish in 4 days, but there were too many people after all. Even if they fought until 10 p.m., they still needed 5 days. Everyone had advanced, and Lin Xian's strength had basically been revealed. Of course, it was only on the surface, including his cultivation level, which was 6 stars of the domain realm. This was very puzzling. Why was this Lin Xian only at 6 stars of the domain realm? Didn't he and Morong Yu go out to do missions in the past half a year? Logically speaking, if he had been doing missions, he should have improved faster than them. Why was he only at 6 stars? Moreover, Morong Yu also encountered a very powerful 10 stars domain realm cultivator midway. She also unleashed all of her cultivation level, which was 8 stars of the domain realm. It was very strange. Everyone was very strange. Morong Yu was at 8 stars of the domain realm previously, right? Why was she still at 8 stars of the domain realm after half a year? Although her individual strength was very strong and she didn't use too much strength to defeat a 10 stars domain realm cultivator, why didn't she improve at all in the past half a year? Logically speaking, Murong Yu should have reached the heavenly venerable realm. What had the two of them been doing in the past half a year? The competition for the top 40 from 79 had just ended. Next was the competition for the top 40. Everyone's luck could be considered quite good. They hadn't met the strongest opponents yet, which was people like Duan Lingxiao and Zhuge Feng. Although they had met several 9 stars and 10 stars domain realm cultivators, they had all won. Only that girl, Lan Xingxing, couldn't hold on and was eliminated. However, she didn't care. Good. Now, it's the competition for the top 40. The 40 people who advanced might not necessarily be the strongest 40 people, because some of them might have encountered a stronger opponent and been eliminated because of their luck. However, since they were able to make it to the top 40, it basically meant that their strength was top-notch even in the Martial God Academy. Next is the competition for the top 40 to advance to the top 20. From the next round onwards, the competition grounds will no longer be divided into 4. They will be gathered into one again and will be carried out one by one. Let me see your true strength, Luo Xiaodao said. Then, the big screen started rolling. Lin Xian vs. Ji Xiaoxue. There was no need to say much about Lin Xian. This Ji Xiaoxue was also a very powerful girl in the martial arts academy. She was very beautiful. Although she might not be as beautiful as Ling Ying and the others, she was definitely a beauty. There were also many suitors. She was a 9 stars domain realm cultivator. The fact that she could make it to the top 40 already showed how powerful she was. Lin Xian and Ji Xiaoxue stepped onto the competition grounds. Please enlighten me. Ji Xiaoxue clasped her fists toward Lin Xian. Please enlighten me. Lin Xian cracked his neck. When the competition reached this level, no one was simple. Of course, Lin Xian felt that he should have no problem facing this Ji Xiaoxue. Then, Ji Xiaoxue took a step forward and the entire competition grounds entered a world of ice and snow. This is Ji Xiaoxue's frost domain. In the domain, her ice attribute power will increase. At the same time, the temperature will drop sharply. For the opponent, the sudden drop in temperature will cause their body to stiffen and their moves to slow down. In a battle between top warriors, this is very fatal. One is a 9 star and the other is a 6 star. Logically speaking, Lin Xian shouldn't be her opponent. The effect of the space attribute on a warrior who is 3 stars higher is a little small. I want to see if this Lin Xian can still win. Directly releasing the domain was enough to show that in this Ji Xiaoxue's eyes, Lin Xian was extremely important. Lin Xian shrugged. Normally speaking, this domain would have a lot of restrictions on him. However, don't forget that Lin Xian also had the ice attribute. Therefore, this kind of cold did not have much effect on Lin Xian, who also had the ice attribute. Whoosh! The two moved at the same time. Ji Xiaoxue directly gathered a powerful force in her right fist and punched toward Lin Xian. Attribute exchange. Law of creation. Lin Xian did not want to waste too much time. He directly buffed and then punched out. Bang, everyone! Chapter 1193. Everyone was dumbfounded as they looked at the scene in front of them. What was going on? Ji Xiaoxue was directly crushed by Lin Xian's punch and instantly retreated. Lin Xian's spatial attribute appeared in front of her. She didn't even have time to release a powerful martial technique before Lin Xian kicked her out of the stage. She lost. This scene was unexpected to everyone. What's going on? How did this happen? Isn't this Lin Xian a little too powerful? No. The strength of a 6-star domain realm can crush a 9-star domain realm? This is ridiculous. Even if this Ji Xiaoxue isn't a strength-type martial artist, she shouldn't be crushed by a 6-star domain realm martial artist, right? No, this is too strange. It's not that this Ji Xiaoxue is too weak, but this Lin Xian's strength has completely exceeded the strength of a normal 6-star domain realm martial artist. How did he cultivate? Everyone below frowned. Under normal circumstances, Lin Xian's strength and attributes were much higher than ordinary martial artists. Didn't he look at who was behind him and what he had used before? Azure Sky Rainbow Flower, 9-colored Sacred Lotus, they were all divine items that gave birth to intelligence. They had a subtle effect on Lin Xian's strength. Then, with the addition of the attribute exchange and the slight enhancement of the creation law, it was normal for his strength to crush Ji Xiaoxue. Ji Xiaoxue was very uncomfortable. Many people felt that Lin Xian wasn't that powerful apart from his spatial attribute and was at the level of a genius. However, he shouldn't be at the level of Murong Yu, Zhu Gefeng, or Murong Yan. But she felt that he was definitely not. He must be very powerful. So, Ji Xiaoxue directly released her domain. However, she had still been careless. She had thought that Lin Xian had the spatial attribute and could instantly appear in front of her in close combat, so she had directly rushed over. However, Lin Xian was much stronger than she had imagined. She couldn't block his power at all. If she had known earlier, she would have directly released a heaven-ranked ice attribute martial skill. She had been too careless. Lin Xian was much stronger than she had imagined. Lin Xian walked down. Those who didn't want to look down on Lin Xian started to pay more attention to Lin Xian. Is this what he obtained in the past 6 months? Xiao Yun frowned. Even though Zhang Xian's cultivation didn't rise, he could sense that Zhang Xian's other aspects had undergone a qualitative change, allowing him to surpass ordinary cultivators of the same cultivation realm by too much. As a 6-star Grand Dominion Realm cultivator, Zhang Xian knew that it would be difficult for him to suppress a 9-star Grand Dominion Realm genius. One match after another followed. Murong Yu also dealt with her opponent in a crushing manner. Murong Yu's crushing was normal in everyone's eyes. However, they felt that Lin Xian's was even more exaggerated. Ling Ying versus Han Chuxue. There was no other way. This competition was random. So, it was very easy for one to meet another. Ling Ying was unfortunate enough to meet Han Chuxue. The two top beauties on stage immediately attracted a burst of cheers. Their beauty was indeed recognized. Are we going to fight or not? Ling Ying asked. Han Chuxue said, fight. Good. We haven't had a real fight in a long time. Then, let's take advantage of this opportunity to have a good fight. Following that, Han Chuxue and Ling Ying's delicate bodies erupted with powerful strength at the same time. Of the two, one had a top-notch wind and dark attribute, while the other had a wind and ice attribute. In terms of attribute, their domains and laws were evenly matched. To be honest, Lin Xian didn't know what their domains and laws were. Perhaps it was because he didn't care about them. It was really awkward. In the next instant, the two figures moved at the same time. They had been friends for many years and also opponents for many years. They treated each other seriously. That was a kind of respect for each other. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. The fight between the two girls was probably the most interesting fight in the past few days. They were completely evenly matched. Moreover, they were both beautiful. It didn't matter who won. They were very excited. Their strength is equally matched. It's hard to tell who's the winner. Murong Yu said beside Lin Xian. They were indeed powerful. And it was obvious that the two of them hadn't released their true strength. This was because it was easy to injure the other party if they released their true strength. Moreover, it would be a serious injury. Even their domains and laws were useless. They were purely relying on their individual strength and some basic martial skills to fight. Little Ling Ying's advantage lies in her dark attribute Ghost. Little Chuxue's advantage lies in her ice attribute's maximum range control and attack. To be honest, I can't tell who will win. Lin Xian shrugged his shoulders. If they went all out, either of them had a chance to win. After all, a top-notch martial skill could turn the situation around. However, they didn't need to go all out. They didn't care about the ranking. They cared more about the fierce fight with the other party. After another 5 minutes, the two girls pulled apart the distance between them. Fine sweat could be seen on their faces. Their breathing was rapid. They had used up too much energy. Use your laws. Ling Ying asked. No need. Save it for the next fight. Their domains and laws were a mystery in the martial arts academy. They had never been exposed. Then let's use the last move, Ling Ying said. Okay. Han Chushue's delicate body exploded with a powerful force. Her beautiful hair danced in the wind. Ice and snow fell on the arena. The ground was quickly covered in ice. Ling Ying took a deep breath. He felt the terrifying cold power in his face. She was really powerful. Morong Yu praised slightly. Han Chushue's cold power was probably one of the strongest she had seen at her age. She felt that she couldn't compare. It was normal that she couldn't compare. Han Chushue mainly cultivated cold power. Morong Yu had 4 attributes. She might cultivate space and time, 2 top-notch attributes. Shua, Ling Ying's figure disappeared from his original position. What? When everyone saw this scene, they were all dumbfounded. After fighting for so long, this was the first time Ling Ying completely released his dark attribute. When the dark attribute's purity was maxed out, he could do something similar to space jumping during the day. However, no one thought that it would really happen in front of their eyes. This was the evolution that Ling Ying received from Lin Xian's attribute increasing potion. Ha! Ling Ying appeared behind Han Chushue and kicked her. Han Chushue's reaction was extremely fast. She turned around and punched. 3 minutes later, Ling Ying was forced to the edge of the arena by Han Chushue. Then, Ling Ying teleported and disappeared. However, Han Chushue's skill was 1 level higher. The moment Ling Ying appeared, Han Chushue had already secretly condensed her cold power to freeze her in place. Han Chushue won. Lin Xian's face was filled with excitement. These 2 girls were fierce. They were really fierce. Moreover, they hadn't even used their full power. Han Chushue removed the ice seal. Ling Ying helplessly shrugged his shoulders. Damn! I lost again. After saying this, she walked down the arena. Soon, the top 40 to 20 matches were all over. Next would be the even more cruel and intense top 20 to 10 matches. It would definitely be even better. The big screen scrolled, Lin Xian vs. Xiao Yun. Chapter 1194. When Lin Xian saw his opponent, the corners of his mouth couldn't help but curl up slightly. This Xiao Yun had been holding a grudge against him since that time. In fact, Lin Xian wasn't sure if he still held a grudge against him. However, during the mission to kill the Sky Venerable Realm demonic beast, Lin Xian understood that this person still held a grudge against him. Lin Xian couldn't understand. This Ling Ying wasn't your girlfriend, and it wasn't Lin Xian who snatched her away from you. She wasn't your girlfriend to begin with. It was a fair competition, but it made it seem like Lin Xian had snatched Xiao Yun's girlfriend away. Lin Xian really couldn't understand. Why were these young masters of big families so narrow-minded? Why were they acting like idiots? This Xiao Yun was like that, and that Su Jiming was also like that. They made it seem like he had snatched their girlfriends. She wasn't theirs to begin with. In fact, the reason was very simple. Each of them thought highly of themselves and felt that the woman they had chosen was already theirs. Then, someone suddenly snatched her away. How could people of their status feel good? When Xiao Yun saw that his opponent was Lin Xian, he secretly clenched his fists. Previously, he had lost to Lin Xian. Moreover, he had been defeated by Lin Xian, who had crossed a large realm and defeated him, who was at the domain realm. At that time, Xiao Yun already had a domain, but he still lost. He was really unhappy that a domain realm cultivator had lost to a lore realm cultivator, and in front of the Ling family. However, he had never thought that this Lin Xian was stronger than him. He also had a space. The last time he lost, it was because he was poisoned by Lin Xian. He had always thought so. He had underestimated his opponent. Otherwise, how could he have lost? And now, he knew that Lin Xian had a poison attribute, so he would be on guard. In addition, he was now a 10-star domain realm cultivator, while this Lin Xian was a 6-star domain realm cultivator. He could still suppress Lin Xian. As long as he was careful of this Lin Xian's poison attribute, he would definitely have no problems. During this period of time, he had improved a lot. He believed that there was no problem with him. Amidst the exclamations and applause, Lin Xian and Xiao Yun walked onto the stage. This battle was going to be interesting. We should be able to see Lin Xian's trump card now. Su Zhiming pondered for a while. Xiao Yun was one of the top students in the martial arts academy, just like him. And this Lin Xian wasn't weak either. No matter who won or lost, it was good news for those who were paying attention to Lin Xian and Xiao Yun. At least in their eyes, Lin Xian and Xiao Yun were martial artists at the same level. The battle between them would definitely reveal a lot. On the other hand, Lin Xian's realm was lower than his, but the strength that he had displayed before was extremely exaggerated. This Lin Xian's ability to fight across realms was extremely strong, so it was really hard to say. I've met my old rival. Ling Ying crossed his arms and leaned on the stage, the corner of his mouth slightly curling up. He still remembered the battle between Lin Xian and Xiao Yun during the New Year. He had always thought that Lin Xian was much stronger than Xiao Yun. But right now, Xiao Yun's cultivation realm was 4 stars higher than Lin Xian's. And right now, Xiao Yun's cultivation realm was 4 stars higher than Lin Xian's. And right now, Xiao Yun's cultivation realm was 4 stars higher than Lin Xian's. And right now, Xiao Yun had lost to Lin Xian because of Lin Xian's poison. This time, he would definitely be more vigilant. Lin Xian and Xiao Yun faced each other. Lin Xian, you and I finally have the chance to stand on the same stage again. This time, you won't be so lucky. Xiao Yun released his aura. It can't be, right, young Master Xiao? Could it be that you always thought that I lost to me last time because I was lucky? Lin Xian grinned. Hearing their conversation, everyone looked at each other. They had fought before? Moreover, Xiao Yun had lost to Lin Xian? This was interesting. Lin Xian's realm was definitely lower than Xiao Yun's, and Xiao Yun's strength was publicly acknowledged. The strongest should be Murong Yu, Duan Lingxiao, and Zhuge Feng. The next level should be the cultivators who were very close to the top 10. That would be Xiao Yun, Su Zhiming, Ling Ying, and Han Chuxue. However, everything was unknown. When they really fought, it was really hard to say who would win and who would lose if they were in the same realm. Whether it's luck or not, you'll know after this battle. Xiao Yun's aura surged again. He had absolute confidence in his own strength. He believed that as long as he paid attention to Lin Xian's poison attribute, everything would be under his control. To be honest, the person in front of him was indeed a bit troublesome. Lin Xian was definitely not afraid of him in the same realm, but the difference between a 6-star and 10-star domain realm was really huge. Xiao Yun was different from Ji Xiaoxue. Xiao Yun was definitely several levels stronger than Ji Xiaoxue. The most troublesome thing was Xiao Yun's domain, the dark domain. In the dark domain, all of Lin Xian's spiritual power consumption would be doubled. If this battle continued, he would definitely be at a disadvantage. Lin Xian still didn't have a domain. He could only obtain one by taking down Luo Chenxi. Although Lin Xian had already taken down Luo Chenxi, their relationship hadn't been established, so he hadn't completed the mission. However, Lin Xian felt that since he had already taken her down, wouldn't it be easy to establish their relationship? Moreover, Lin Xian definitely had more tricks up his sleeve. Although Xiao Yun's realm was so much higher than Lin Xian's, his spiritual power might not be as dense as Lin Xian's. Lin Xian's aura also surged. Whoosh! Both of them moved at the same time. Bang! In the next instant, both of them suddenly appeared in front of each other. Their speed was unimaginably fast, and their fists met. In an instant, dust flew in the arena, and the ground under their feet shattered. There was no other meaning in this punch. Both of them simply wanted to test each other's strength. After this punch, they had a rough understanding of each other's strength. Strange, Lin Xian's strength wasn't that exaggerated. Xiao Yun thought to himself. However, he had lost to Lin Xian before. Lin Xian's strength was indeed very strong. He was clear that at that time, Lin Xian was not much weaker than his domain realm when he was at rank 6 of the Law Realm. However, now it seemed that it was indeed a kind of amplification of strength, and not Lin Xian's own strength. Bang, bang, bang. The two of them constantly intertwined, attacking each other and dodging. Everyone watching was dazzled. Everything else aside, just the strength of these two people was enough to show that they were indeed strong. Just by looking at their battle and comparing it to others, one could tell how strong they were. The two of them had not used their attribute powers yet, and the battle had already gone on for 2 minutes. In these 2 minutes, they had probably exchanged more than 100 moves. Ling Tian Fist. Xiao Yun finally could not wait any longer. He was probably done testing Lin Xian's strength. If he did not end the battle soon, he would be 4 stars higher than Lin Xian. Even if he defeated Lin Xian in the end, others would think that he had an unfair advantage. If they were at the same realm, he would definitely not be a match for Lin Xian, so he needed to end the battle decisively. Links. Chapter 1195. Boom. Xiao Yun's fist that suddenly became stronger blasted towards Lin Xian. It was extremely fast. Lin Xian was still thinking of continuing to exchange blows with Xiao Yun when he suddenly felt a terrifying force rushing towards him. If Lin Xian's fist were to meet Lin Xian's arm would probably be injured. Seeing that this fist couldn't be stopped, don't forget about Lin Xian's attribute. Swish. In the next instant, Lin Xian disappeared from the spot and Xiao Yun's fist hit nothing. Old Cunning B** starred. Lin Xian said. Xiao Yun secretly gritted his teeth. If this Lin Xian didn't have the spatial attribute, he would definitely have taken control of the situation with this move. 5 Thunder Celestial Phenomenon. Lin Xian didn't continue to dawdle with him. He roughly knew how strong this Xiao Yun was. It was true that he was very strong, but Lin Xian wasn't afraid of him at all. An Earth-class 8-star martial skill directly burst out. Xiao Yun raised his eyebrows. This was where Lin Xian's advantage lay. He had more attributes than Xiao Yun. Xiao Yun was strong and had the spatial attribute. When facing other warriors, his spatial attribute was extremely strong. However, Lin Xian also had the spatial attribute. In this case, Lin Xian had no advantage at all. In other words, his only advantage was his domain. Facing such an attack, Xiao Yun didn't dare to meet force with force. If he had a spirit weapon, it would be fine. With the help of a spirit weapon's sword skill, he could meet force with force. However, he couldn't use a spirit weapon now. The 5 Thunder Celestial Phenomenon blasted over and Xiao Yun disappeared from the spot. Boom! The entire stage let out a huge roar. This is going to be a fight. Both of them have the spatial attribute. This Lin Xian won't be able to hit Xiao Yun that easily. Yeah, and Xiao Yun's realm is higher than Lin Xian. If this drags on, Xiao Yun will definitely be stronger. I just don't know if this Lin Xian's domain and law can help him defeat Xiao Yun. This Lin Xian's domain and law have never been exposed before. 5 Thunder Celestial Phenomenon. Boom! Once again, the 5 lightning constellations bombarded Xiao Yun, but Xiao Yun disappeared again. The moment he appeared, Lin Xian opened up a space and the 5 Thunder Celestial Phenomenon appeared behind him. Xiao Yun's pupils constricted, and his figure vanished once more. Boom! The 5 lightning constellation missed again. The space attribute was indeed powerful. As long as the opponent was focused, it would be very difficult to hit him, even if Lin Xian was able to combine space and lightning. Hiss! However, this scene was extremely impressive in the eyes of others. F***CK. This Lin Xian's control over space seemed to be very strong. I've only heard that those seniors with strong spatial attributes can control space so skillfully. This is really the first time I've seen this from a junior. To be honest, it is indeed so. It should be very difficult for this Xiao Yun to accomplish this. I'm afraid that in terms of spatial control, Lin Xian will crush him. Morong Yu was used to it. In that half a year, they fought every day, and she was also used to Lin Xian's spatial control being so strong. She also had a spatial attribute and majored in spatial control. She knew that Lin Xian's control was very difficult. She could also do it, but it wouldn't be too easy. It might take another 10 to 20 years of control before she could fully use it. At least, Morongyu felt that Lin Xian's spatial control was much stronger than hers. Spatial shackle. Xiao Yun didn't believe it. If he continued like this, Lin Xian would always be in control. He wanted to win, and win easily. Instead, Lin Xian had always been in control. He was unhappy. He was at the 10-star domain realm, and Lin Xian was at the 6-star domain realm. The spatial attribute he released could suppress Lin Xian, but Lin Xian's spatial ability couldn't suppress him. This was common sense in one's realm. Even though his realm was higher than Lin Xian's in that battle, he still couldn't win against Lin Xian in terms of space. However, he didn't believe this. Lin Xian was clearly much weaker than him, and he was only so old. How could he be stronger than him? Spatial blast. Boom, Lin Xian's location was directly blasted. Dust flew everywhere. Everyone was speechless. Spatial was still brainless. Lin Xian's situation wasn't good. With a difference of 4 stars, it was very difficult for him to escape from Xiao Yun's spatial seal in time. However, in the next instant, Lin Xian appeared at another location. What? Seeing this scene, everyone was shocked. With a difference of 4 stars, how could he escape in an instant? This Lin Xian's spatial control can be said to be unparalleled. Those mentors and the powerhouses from the 3 major forces secretly exclaimed, "Yes, the difference isn't ordinary. His spatial control should be several times stronger than ordinary spatial martial artists of his age. I really don't know how he cultivated it. It's too magical." In fact, it was very simple. It was the system. Lin Xian didn't cultivate it much, but this cheat was too powerful. Spatial seal. Lin Xian used a spatial seal on Xiao Yun. Spatial blast. Boom, the dust dispersed, and Xiao Yun appeared at another location. However, everyone saw that the edges of his clothes were blown to pieces. Hiss, this was too exaggerated. Xiao Yun, whose realm was higher than Lin Xian, released this ability. Lin Xian was fine, but when Lin Xian released it on him, although he wasn't injured, he was attacked. In an instant, the difference between the two of them was obvious. Xiao Yun gritted his teeth. Why? Why was his realm 4 stars higher than Lin Xian, but his spatial seal couldn't seal Lin Xian, but Lin Xian's spatial seal could slightly seal him? F***K your mother. No. It must be resolved. Dark Domain. In the next instant, Xiao Yun released the Dark Domain without hesitation. The entire battle arena fell into darkness, and no one could see the situation inside. Lin Xian entered the Dark Domain again and was secretly speechless. Domains were really powerful. To a martial artist, the improvement was simply too great. Lin Xian, I don't believe that you can defeat me this time. Xiao Yun stared at Lin Xian and gritted his teeth. You think you can defeat me by locking me in the Dark Domain? Lin Xian's lips curled. As long as your poison attribute is useless, then you're not this young master's opponent. Is that so? After continuously releasing martial techniques and spatial attributes, you shouldn't have much spiritual energy left, right? But in here, your consumption will be doubled, and your spiritual energy consumption will be much higher than mine. If a martial artist doesn't have any spiritual energy, then how much battle strength does he have? Xiao Yun said coldly. But what if I directly kill you in one move? Then there's no need to consider this, right? Lin Xian said with a smirk. Ha ha ha, kill this young master in one move? With just you? Let's try. The current Lin Xian was much more confident than before. Xiao Yun might be powerful, but he was more powerful than Xiao Yun in terms of spatial abilities. In front of Lin Xian, Xiao Yun really didn't feel as much pressure as other martial artists of other attributes. Other attribute martial artists, such as Thunder attribute, might have terrifying destructive power and battle strength, but Xiao Yun didn't. What was the need to explain about a life of cheating? Creation law, attribute exchange, spatial seal, spatial jump. Let's end this, smelly little brother. Chapter 1196. Boom. In front of everyone's eyes, the domain of darkness was directly shattered. The moment it shattered, Xiao Yun's figure was directly sent flying and smashed outside the battle arena. Pooh! Xiao Yun spat out a mouthful of blood and crawled up with his legs trembling. Everyone? F***CK? What happened? Why did Xiao Yun lose all of a sudden? F***CK? What exactly happened? Isn't this too exaggerated? Xiao Yun is 4 stars higher than Lin Xian. How did he get blasted out? F***CK? F***CK? I didn't see what happened. Can someone give me an explanation? How the F***CK do we play this? This Lin Xian's ability to fight above his level is too terrifying, right? He isn't any weaker than Murongyu. No wonder he went on a mission with Murongyu, they might really be on the same level. Lin Xian pushed the entire competition to a climax. Because it was too exaggerated. That was Xiao Yun, not an ordinary martial artist. Furthermore, he was a 10-star domain realm cultivator and he even released his domain. Could it be that Lin Xian's law or domain was that powerful? They didn't know either, they didn't see it at all. There was no choice. Lin Xian had too many cheats. Not to mention the creation of law, this attribute exchange that could appear out of nowhere, the strength multiplier buff was equivalent to giving others another law for free. The strength multiplier law. The strength multiplier of a 6-star domain realm cultivator was definitely equivalent to a 10-star domain realm cultivator's strength. That was multiplier, it wasn't just an addition, there was also the creation of law. Who cares what kind of domain you are, what kind of spiritual energy consumption is it? Then I won't waste any more time with you. One move, I'll end the battle without any fanciful moves. Xiao Yun was dumbfounded. What's going on? Why did this Lin Xian suddenly erupt with strength as though he was invincible? Is that the strength of a 6-star domain realm cultivator? Are you F***king kidding me? Originally, he wanted to have a good fight with Lin Xian, but he realized that he didn't have the chance. Why? Xiao Yun clenched his fists. He had once again lost to Lin Xian in front of everyone. The key point was that he didn't know how he lost. He could accept that Lin Xian's strength was high, but Lin Xian's realm was 4 stars lower than his. 4 stars. 4 stars of the domain realm. Even so, Lin Xian had crushed him in one move. Xiao Yun had personally fought with Lin Xian. Although he didn't want to admit it, he understood that Lin Xian was too strong. Would he be able to defeat Lin Xian if he were to go all out against him? Xiao Yun wasn't sure, because he didn't use a spirit artifact in this competition. Him with a spirit artifact and him without a spirit artifact were 2 different people. Lin Xian swaggered down from the stage. Wow! Is Lin Xian that strong? Ling Ying couldn't help but exclaim. One had to know that she had fought with Xiao Yun at the Ling family's residence. She had seen the entire competition with her own eyes. Although Lin Xian had won, he had also been injured and relied on poison to win. But now, he seemed to have relied on pure strength. There was no other way. Lin Xian's current improvement was too great. When he was in the law realm, if the law of creation could do 1, he could now do 10. In the past, his strength would increase by 2 or 3 times. The law of creation would consume all of his spirit energy, but now it could increase by 8 or 9 times. This was because the law of creation increased with Lin Xian's improvement. He is indeed very strong. His cross-level combat ability is too exaggerated. Han Chuxue said faintly. Yeah, I don't know why. They didn't know about Lin Xian's law of creation. The only ones who knew about Lin Xian's law of creation were Murongyu and Linglong Shui. Lin Xian's battle prowess had truly shocked everyone present. It was just a pity that no one had been able to see exactly what had happened. As for Lin Xian, he was now being taken seriously by everyone. Previously, There might have been people who thought that he was fake and that his strength was based on his spatial attribute. But now, anyone who thought that was the case would be an idiot. Could it be that Xiao Yun was cooperating with Lin Xian to act? Bullshit. Su Zhiming gritted his teeth. F***ck. What should I do? He wanted to defeat Lin Xian to prove himself, but he didn't really want to face him. The Martial Arts Academy nodded in satisfaction. Sure enough, Lin Xian didn't disappoint them. Miss Xiao, it's not bad, right? Lin Xian grinned at Xiao Runing. Xiao Runing nodded. Not bad. You didn't embarrass our military class. Xiao Runing also secretly praised. This Lin Xian was getting stronger and stronger. Lin Xian sat next to Morongyu. Morongyu subconsciously moved a little to the side. Lin Xian smiled and then moved closer to her. Morongyu. Sigh, this woman. I don't know what she's thinking. Lin Xian was really speechless. A few girls had already done it, but this relationship wasn't confirmed. It was really difficult. The big screen was still rolling, and the matches continued one after another. Soon, the 20 matches were over. The top 20 were all out. Then, I'll announce the top 20. The list isn't in order, nor is it in order. Luo Xiu said. The top 20. There was no need to doubt the strength of these 20 people. After the list was announced, most of the people were within everyone's expectations. A few people were eliminated early, but that couldn't be helped. For example, Ling Ying and Xiao Yun. It couldn't be said that they weren't strong. It was just that they were unlucky to meet someone stronger before the final battle. And the next match, Lin Xian versus Su Zhiming. Lin Xian's lips curled up. As the saying goes, enemies are bound to meet on a narrow road. They really did meet. Lin Xian didn't think that there was a need to kill each other. He didn't know if the other party thought the same. But, how many of Lin Xian's people didn't do it because of girls? Even that demon god Xie Choi hated him because Li Bing. Lin Xian felt that it was really hard to find a handsome man. Su Zhiming. F***ck. He really met Lin Xian. Even with such a small chance, he still met Lin Xian? He knew that he wasn't Xiao Yun's match because Xiao Yun was of the spatial attribute, while he was of the dark and lightning attribute. But that wasn't necessarily the case. If they were at the same level, the spatial attribute might not be so restrictive. After all, they hadn't really fought before. Su Zhiming wasn't sure if he was Xiao Yun's match, but Lin Xian easily defeated Xiao Yun. This made him a little afraid. But no matter how afraid he was, how could he not go up? Lin Xian and Su Zhiming walked up. These two were warriors who received a lot of attention, so they once again received intense applause and cheers. It's a pity that it's daytime now. Young Master Su's dark attribute might not be so effective. Lin Xian said with a smile. Enough. The dark attribute is different from the spatial attribute. Its restrictive effect is also different. You can beat the spatial attribute, but you can't beat my dark attribute, Su Zhiming said, and a burst of power erupted. Chapter 1197. Lin Xian's shadow was nailed to the ground. That's right, this was a very practical dark attribute power, shadow fixation. Once the shadow was fixed, you wouldn't be able to move and could only be attacked. It looked similar to Space Lock, but each had its own merits. Although this young master is a 9-star domain realm, shadow fixation is far better than Space Lock for a space attribute martial artist like you. Su Zhiming's entire body was entwined with blue lightning. Thunder Spirit Heavenly Python. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Because Xiao Yun was defeated so easily by Lin Xian, Su Zhiming didn't dare to be careless. He greeted Lin Xian with a 1-star heaven tier martial skill. Countless blue lightning converged into a lightning snake, covering the sky as it surged towards Lin Xian. That power was simply shocking. Directly competing with martial skills? Lin Xian's lips curled up slightly. Shadow fixation was effective against him, but Lin Xian could still use space jump to dodge. But even if he dodged, his shadow would still be fixed. But he could still break free. But competing with strength, to be honest, he had no more. Blue lightning dared to collide with his purple lightning? Did he think that a heaven-tier martial skill was enough? He didn't have a heaven-tier martial skill? 1-star heaven-tier martial skill, Thunder Surging World. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Terrifying lightning surrounded Lin Xian's body. Exchange. Power. In an instant, the power of Thunder Surging World soared again. Su Zhiming looked ahead and his pupils constricted. It's useless. Your realm is 3 stars lower. So what if it's purple lightning? Moreover, this young master is using a 5-star heaven-tier martial skill, crushing you in terms of martial skill grade. Su Zhiming stared ahead. Boom, the two forces collided and the entire arena was filled with dust. The terrifying power forced the spectators nearby to release their spirit power to resist. 2 domain realms, 2 heaven-tier martial skills colliding, the power was unimaginable. Fortunately, the arena was big enough. Otherwise, the spectators nearby would have been injured. Suddenly, Law of Creation. Lin Xian's Thunder Surge world was created with the help of the creation law, which made it even more powerful. Lin Xian's Thunder Surge world instantly crushed Su Zhiming's heaven-tier martial skill. Su Zhiming. Everyone. Boom. With no time to react or dodge, Su Zhiming was directly bombarded down. Poof. Spitting out a mouthful of blood, Su Zhiming half knelt there in a daze. Furthermore, he still had his laws and domains that he had yet to use. Yet, he had lost just like that. What the hell? What the hell? What kind of F*King martial skill was this? Have you ever seen a F*King martial skill that can instantly increase one's strength after being released? Those people were dumbfounded. How is that possible? At most, the released martial technique can be extended into a second or third attack, but I've never heard of a martial technique's power suddenly exploding out of nowhere. Could this be where Lin Xian is special? Could it be that he relied on this kind of power to catch Xiao Yun and Su Zhiming off guard? If that's the case, then perhaps there's nothing to be shocked about. Once the others are prepared, this kind of situation won't have much of an effect. This scene also opened the eyes of those powerhouses. They had never seen a martial skill that could instantly increase one's strength after being released. Your martial skill relied on your spirit power and attributes. After using so much, the power released was only that much. So, how could your martial skill suddenly increase in strength? This didn't conform to the conservation of energy at all. In truth, no one thought about the creation of laws. First, there were very few people who knew about the creation of laws. Second, this kind of law hadn't appeared for many, many years. Those who knew about it might have already forgotten about it. Morongyu understood the reason. Truth be told, she was quite envious. She felt that the law of creation was more practical than the law of destruction. However, as her realm increased, she added the law of creation to her battles over the next 3 months. She realized that while the law of creation was useful, the law of destruction wasn't bad either. It was just that in daily life or in battle, the law of creation was very useful for smart people who knew how to adapt. According to your wishes, you could create everything within your power, while the destruction of laws could only destroy. Lin Xian smiled, then stretched and walked down. Su Zhiming clenched his fists. F***ck. Why was that? The most infuriating thing was that the laws and domains were useless. He trembled with anger. Then, Lin Xian carefully looked at the other people's battles. Just as Lin Xian expected, Duan Ling Xiao, Murong Yan, Zhuge Feng. There was one person who might not be as dazzling as them, but he was too low-key. He was so low-key that he wasn't even in the top 108 in the previous assessment. Lin Xian really didn't know who he was, but he really wanted to let everyone know how powerful he was. Qi Tianqing. Lin Xian realized that he was definitely in existence on the same level as Murong Yu and Duan Ling Xiao. Hey, little Yu, who is this Qi Tianqing? Lin Xian elbowed Morong Yu, the young master of the Bounty Hunter Guild. No wonder. Lin Xian suddenly understood. Duan Ling Xiao was from the Enforcement Union, Qi Tianqing was from the Bounty Hunter Guild, and Morong Yu was from the Temple. How amazing! Why were the children of these amazing forces so powerful? It was simple. If your force was amazing, it meant that the people who created it were very powerful. Wasn't it reasonable for their descendants to be powerful? This was the theory of bloodlines. Human bloodlines might not be as direct as Yao bloodlines, but they were still there. Especially when a person's realm was high, bloodlines would be passed down more naturally. This person is pretty low-key, Lin Xian said. Morong Yu nodded his head. That's right. He didn't even fight for a place in the top 108 during the first assessment. As a result, a lot of people don't even know of his existence. I wasn't around for half a year, either. However, it's impossible to hide a powerful character. You'll be able to tell just by casually completing a few missions. Lin Xian rubbed his chin. Being so low-key was pretty good. Look at you. You're so high profile. That's not good. Morong Yu, I'm just used to doing my best in everything I do. That's right. Morong Yu was such a person. Then can you be a very, very, very good girlfriend to me? Lin Xian grinned. Lin Xian, are you flirting with a girl again? Xiao Runing glared at Lin Xian. Lin Xian, wow. He didn't teach this Xiao Runing a lesson 2 days ago. She's getting bolder. Fine, Lin Xian swore that he would teach her a lesson tonight. Miss Xiao, I'm discussing some details of our opponents with the class monitor. It's better for the upcoming battle, Lin Xian said. Morong Yu. Chapter 1198. Morong Yu was quite impressed by this person. He could lie without thinking, and he could even keep a straight face. He was really powerful. It couldn't be helped. Lin Xian had to be powerful. He had trained until now. Xiao Runing didn't say anything else to Lin Xian. Discuss the competition? SK, as if I'd believe you. Such a lecherous person must have set his sights on Morong Yu long ago. How could she not understand Lin Xian, this hooligan? But it was very strange. She clearly knew that this person was a hooligan, and all girls knew to stay far away from him. She also knew that, but she still wanted to get close to him. Who could resist this? Other than Xiao Runing, who wasn't like this. Morong Yu looked at the two people fighting in the arena. She was very vexed. She was thinking about her relationship with Lin Xian. So vexing. She had never been so vexed in her life. After returning, she had sex with this Lin Xian again. The competition progressed quickly. Lin Xian mainly looked at a few people. Duan Ling Xiao, Zhuge Feng, Morong Yan, Qi Tianqing, and Wu Yuhan. This Wu Yuhan was really strong. Compared to Ling Ying, Lin Xian wasn't sure who was stronger. However, some of her powers were too sharp. In terms of sharpness, Ling Ying couldn't compare to her. The top 10 were out. The top 20 battles had already made everyone's blood boil. It was really a high-quality battle. The top 10 was even more exaggerated. Wang Xintong was defeated by Duan Ling Xiao helplessly. It couldn't be helped. No one could defeat Duan Ling Xiao because he was the only student who had advanced to the Heavenly Venerable Realm. In addition, his strength was top-notch. This strength wasn't something that could be defeated by top-notch warriors. Basically, in everyone's eyes, he was already number one. Morong Yu definitely couldn't defeat him. Everyone originally thought that Morong Yu was the most likely person to defeat him. However, no one expected that in this half a year, Morong Yu's cultivation hadn't improved at all. Lin Xian basically didn't improve either. This was very strange. What exactly did they do? Alright, I'll announce the top 10 list. The list doesn't have any order or ranking. Luo Xiu walked out and said, the top 10 is Morong Yu, Duan Ling Xiao, Qi Tianqing, Lin Xian, Morong Yan, Qin Ming, Han Chuxue, Xiao Xinyue, Zhu Gefeng, and Wu Yuhan. Lin Xian secretly praised. This year's girls were really powerful. This definitely didn't happen in the past. Now, there were 4 girls out of 10. In the past, there might only be 2 girls out of 10. To be honest, if they really fought, Lin Xian didn't know who he could fight against among the other 9. Qin Ming should be able to. He was probably at the level of Xiao Yun and Su Zhiming. As for Han Chuxue, he had never fought her before. However, her cold energy was really terrifying. Wu Yuhan had never fought her before. It should be very troublesome. However, Lin Xian felt that he could fight anyone. So what if it was Duan Lingxiao who was in the heavenly venerable realm? It wasn't like he had never fought a heavenly venerable realm demonic beast. He had even killed one before. It would depend on the situation. Then, we will directly divide the 10 people into random groups. Please look at the big screen. The big screen quickly scrolled. Han Chuxue versus Qin Ming Zhu Gefeng versus Qi Tianqing Lin Xian versus Morong Yen Morong Yu versus Wu Yuhan Duan Lingxiao versus Xiao Xinu. Everyone felt very happy when they saw these people. No matter which one it was exciting. Next, we invite Han Chuxue and Qin Ming to stay in the arena. Then, a few people walked down. In Lin Xian's opinion, there shouldn't be any suspense in the battle between Han Chuxue and Qin Ming. This Han Chuxue was definitely stronger than Qin Ming. On the arena, wind and snow quickly intertwined. Qin Ming was wind and fire, while Han Chuxue was wind and ice. In terms of attributes, they were basically equal. Terrifying forces collided. Sure enough, the battle continued for 5 minutes. Han Chuxue defeated Qin Ming, and Qin Ming was frozen there. Han Chuxue wins. Next, we invite the second group, Zhu Gefeng and Qi Tianqing, to enter the arena. In Lin Xian's opinion, and in everyone's opinion, Qi Tianqing was much stronger than Zhu Gefeng. His status was also much higher. However, this battle left everyone dumbfounded. For the first time, Zhu Gefeng displayed a terrifying strength in front of everyone. In Lin Xian's opinion, Qi Tianqing's strength was really unimaginable. If they were in the same realm, Lin Xian wouldn't necessarily think that Duan Lingxiao was his opponent. However, this Zhu Gefeng was too strong. It exceeded Lin Xian's imagination. The entire arena was basically destroyed. In the end, he defeated Qi Tianqing, although he didn't have it easy either. Go rest and heal first. The next battle is Lin Xian and Morong Yen. It was estimated that the final battle wouldn't take place today because their spiritual energy was depleted. Moreover, they were injured. The final battle might have to wait for 2 days. However, they could afford to wait, and it was necessary. Everyone wanted to see their true strength. Lin Xian and Morong Yen walked to the arena. Many parts of the arena had already been destroyed. However, it didn't matter. They could just treat it as a change of terrain. Lin Xian and Morong Yen could be considered to have some relationship. Morong Yen was an Xian's betrothed. Morong Yen naturally knew that an Xian and Lin Xian were close. However, he had never interacted with Lin Xian. It was just an arranged marriage. Lin Xian never cared about such things. If it was his, it would be his. Morong Yen was Morong Yu's cousin. However, the two didn't seem to be very close. This was because Lin Xian hadn't seen them interact much. In Lin Xian's opinion, Morong Yan's strength should be slightly higher than Xiao Yun's, but not on the same level as Zhu Gefeng's. What made him powerful was that he had the time attribute. The aura of the two surged. I've long wanted to fight with young Master Lin. Today, I finally have the chance. I hope young Master Lin won't disappoint me. Morong Yen stared at Lin Xian and said, "Whether I'm disappointed or not is another matter. However, Brother Morong, please remember Xiao Yun and Su Zhiming who lost to me. Don't be the third one." Lin Xian grinned. "That won't happen." After saying that, Morong Yan's figure disappeared. He immediately released Time Stop. Then, He arrived in front of Lin Xian and threw a punch at Lin Xian. This was the terrifying part of the time attribute. If you released time stop and the opponent couldn't break free, what could you do? You could only take a beating. In Lin Xian's eyes, the time attribute was much more troublesome than the space attribute. This was because his realm was lower than Murong Yan's by 4 stars. It would be difficult for him to break free. However, Lin Xian wasn't afraid of space. Even if there was a difference of 4 stars, he wasn't afraid of space. Of course, if Lin Xian revealed the time attribute, it would be different. Bang! Murong Yan's punch landed on Lin Xian's body. Lin Xian had just broken free and tried his best to block it. However, his figure was still sent flying. Then, he released the space attribute and arrived at the distant arena. Damn it! Time is indeed powerful. Murong Yan's lips curled. If they were in the same realm, he wasn't sure if he could beat this person. However, the latter's realm was lower than his. In front of his time attribute, he could only take a beating. Time stop. Murong Yan released it again. Time accelerate. Then, he released time accelerate and rushed in front of Lin Xian. All of a sudden, the two figures froze in place. Everyone was dumbfounded. Lin Xian's lips curled up slightly. Time is indeed troublesome. Unfortunately, I have it too. Moreover, I'm much stronger than you. Everyone? Chapter 1199. That's right, the reason why Murong Yan stopped moving was because he was frozen by Lin Xian's time stop. His realm was indeed 4 stars higher than Lin Xian, but in terms of the purity and proficiency of those attributes, with the existence of the system, Lin Xian had never been convinced by anyone before. He was indeed a genius. Having the power of time was indeed very powerful. It was so powerful that if Lin Xian didn't use time to break his time stop, Lin Xian wouldn't be able to beat him at all. However, once Lin Xian used it, even if his realm was 4 stars higher than Lin Xian's, so what if he released the time attribute? If Lin Xian could crush Xiao Yun with space when he was 4 stars lower than Xiao Yun, then couldn't he crush him with time when he was 4 stars lower than Murong Yan? Bang! In the next moment, Lin Xian threw a punch. Murong Yan, who was frozen by time stop, didn't have any room to resist and was directly blasted out of the arena. Everyone was dumbfounded and then went into an uproar. What? This Lin Xian actually has time in addition to space. Just like Murong Yu? I understand now. No wonder this Lin Xian and Murong Yu went to do the mission together. So that's why. Let's not talk about other things, just based on his attributes, he really is on the same level as Murong Yu. Time, space, thunder, fire, what else? What else? Most people didn't know, but some people did. Poison, ice. What the F***CK? Lin Xian's display of time stop completely shocked everyone. Even the academy didn't expect that he would have time stop. Normally, he would hide it, but Lin Xian thought about it and felt that there was no need to do so. Murong Yu saw this scene and frowned. Bastard! During the half-year competition with her, he said that he would use all his strength and not hold anything back, but he still held back? Bastard! F***CK. Ling Ying couldn't help but curse. Why do I feel that this Lin Xian's attributes can be awakened? Ling Ying and Lin Xian had known each other for a long time. When Lin Xian had just started rising and hadn't become strong, Ling Ying already knew Lin Xian. What did he show at that time? And what did he show step by step? It was too scary. In this way, this Lin Xian's attributes is actually more than Murong Yu's attributes. Luo Xiao asked a mentor beside him. Yes. They had checked Lin Xian's attributes. Poison and ice were Lin Xian's attributes that had been exposed to the world. Although it was only exposed to a small number of people, it wasn't difficult for them to find out. And Lin Xian's time stop was really not exposed, so it was normal that they didn't know. This is too rare. The most frightening thing is that this kid's realm is 4 stars lower than the others. Regardless of whether it's time, space, lightning, or other attributes, he's actually able to suppress the other geniuses' time and space attributes even though he's 4 stars lower than them. This proves that this kid's control and purity of his attributes is superior to everyone else's. To be able to multitask and still suppress everyone else, he might really be even more frightening than Morongyu. Luo Xiu sighed. And Lin Xian wasn't just like that. In each of his battles, his opponents seemed to be very strong. In everyone's eyes, he was a very tricky and difficult battle, but Lin Xian always won without any delay. Morongyan stood in place and clenched his fists. He couldn't accept his loss. He couldn't accept it. This was because he knew how powerful his domain and precept were. If he released them, so what if Lin Xian had the time attribute? He still wouldn't be a match for him. Even if he admitted that Lin Xian's control of time was better than his, he just couldn't accept it. But what else could he do? A loss was a loss. Could he act shamelessly and say that this round didn't count? Redo. That would simply be a joke. Lin Xian stretched and walked down. Next round, Morongyu and Wu Yuhan, please go up. Then, Morongyu and Lin Xian brushed past each other. Lin Xian chuckled and sat down on his seat, carefully watching the battle. Every battle was an opportunity for Lin Xian to learn. It was also an opportunity for Lin Xian to understand each expert. The people here were very strong. Lin Xian couldn't help but admit that if they weren't strong, how could Lin Xian's time attribute be forced out? Although Lin Xian felt that if they were at the same level, it would be much easier to fight, but this was also quite good. Fighting across levels was also quite satisfying. Xiao Runing moved to Lin Xian's side and walked to where Morongyu originally sat. What other attributes do you have? Xiao Runing asked curiously. This was too exaggerated. Morongyu was the only one in the younger generation known to have the time and space attributes. Now, Lin Xian also displayed these two attributes. Wow. That's it, really that's it. Even if I'm a genius, there has to be a limit, right? Lin Xian said. I keep feeling that I don't believe you. Xiao Runing mumbled. It was quite a surprise. In that case, you might be able to get first place, Xiao Runing said. Lin Xian. Xiao Ningning, aren't you too confident in me? I'm at the 6-star domain realm, not the 10-star domain realm. Let's not talk about other things. Morongyu aside, that Zhuge Feng is very strong. And that Duan Lingxiao is at the Heavenly Venerable Realm, and not just any ordinary Heavenly Venerable Realm. He's a top-notch genius. What do I have to fight with him? Lin Xian said helplessly. That makes sense. But why do I have a strange feeling that you can fight? Xiao Runing sized up Lin Xian. She really had this strange feeling. This Lin Xian might have given her too many surprises every time. Could it be that I'm too strong in bed, so you subconsciously think that I'm too strong? Lin Xian grinned. Xiao Runing, get lost. Xiao Runing rolled her eyes and walked away. Lin Xian rubbed his chin. He had fought Morongyu too many times. In the beginning, the odds of winning against her were about 20. 80, Morongyu 80, Lin Xian 2. After fighting for half a year, the odds were about 40. 60, Morongyu 60, Lin Xian 40. After all, they were getting more and more familiar with each other. After getting to know each other better, he also understood some of her habits. However, if they really fought, Lin Xian felt that the odds were about 40. 60, Morongyu had a higher chance of winning. But nothing was certain, but that Duan Lingxiao. He might not have as many terrifying attributes as Morongyu. He only had 2 attributes, thunder and fire. Of course, this was only on the surface. Whether he had 3 attributes or not, he really didn't know. However, his thunder and fire were very powerful. Otherwise, how could he beat up a space attribute martial artist without the space attribute? Of course, the suppression of cultivation realm was one aspect. The grade of martial arts techniques was another. However, Duan Lingxiao was indeed strong. But for some reason, Lin Xian felt that this Duan Lingxiao might not be as strong as that Zhuge Feng. This Zhuge Feng was like a top-notch dark horse. He didn't have such a heaven-defying background, but he was very strong. You're tuning in to the Narrate and Escape YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.